Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the final week of the Midwest Championship Series. It's Wolf, it's Quick Horizon, two of the best GMs in the league. No debate around that. We got the Brainerd victory in the Burnsville Inferno Quick, and I think we have a player that we haven't seen on stream before in Sleef Dog.
Oh, really? I didn't realize.
Unless this is someone else. I don't recognize this name.
In the lobby? I haven't even checked.
In the lobby.
Wouldn't that be? Oh no, Burnsville. No, I think that was a retirement pickup for the team. I want to say. But okay, interesting. So one sub on one. It looks like the full roster on the other for the side of the victory. Do we get predictions up? What is chat saying about how this one's going to shape up? Because I have no idea.
Well, I've got I don't know about Twitch chat and predictions. I'm horrible with that stuff, but I've got Brainerd in this one. Schraxel has subbed up before. He's looked great. He looked like their best player. He had majority of their goals when we saw him last time on stream, but heading into game number one, I mean, of course, this is the last week to accumulate points outside of the major, so a win here could keep one of these two teams in the playoff race.
Yeah, it's pretty tight across the board right now. Heading into the second major, seeding for that's going to be super important. And yeah, we have the number 5 seed, that's Burnsville. They're 5 points away from tying up with Fargo, so winning this series would be huge for them. And arguably Fargo has a pretty easy matchup up next on stream versus St. Paul, at least as far as standings go. So pretty big game here for Burnsville. And I mean, for the victory, this just gives them solo 11th place. It fully jumps over Omaha. These are really small changes in the standings that could have huge impacts for this team. These teams heading into the majors. Slay Panther rips that one off the backboard, open net. But first game jitters, what do you expect?
Yeah, game one usually a feeler game for any series, as Blasky gonna try to work his way through the corner, but backboard's gonna be covered by Slay Panther. As Ari's gonna go missing here, Schraxel might have to make a save. Dangerous in front of the victory net as Sleef Dog. I'm gonna put that one to the backboard. Ari does have one touch. Lasky now off the backboard, but Ari commits with him as well. Sleef Dog might have an angle. It's off the post. Follow-up shot. Slay Panther top left. And the Burnsville Inferno get up on the board.
A lot of misses off the start here. I mean, how many shots do we even got on the side of the Inferno? 6 shots so far, 0 shots for the victory. Kind of stomping on them, but not getting a whole lot of success when it comes to actually putting the ball in the back of the net. Big one there, though, coming out from Slay Panther. The GM team captain for this squad last season had a pretty good run at a shot for land, but fell short this season. Whole new roster. Sleef Dog trying to super sub show off, not quite able to get there. Huge 50 by Slay Panther. And yeah, I mean, Victory Squad is just kind of looking sloppy right now. Ori has been challenging a lot of balls he probably doesn't need to, and we've seen a few double commits coming out from them. So, as we see an opportunity, Ori just missing. Schraxel, huge 50 by Slay Panther to clear that one away, but really need to see the Victory tighten up their offense, and it looks like they might be doing that right now.
Might be a nice shot. Victory getting some offense in this game number one. They've been on defense, they've been missing, they've been double committing. It's looked very, very rough so far for the Victory, but they had some pressure there, but can they continue it? Schraxel, no boost. Slay Panther gonna beat him to the ball. It's just gonna go right to Blasky. Missed touch! And Shako, I've seen his name like everywhere, but I still don't know how to pronounce it. It's gonna be in the back of the net, so another goal for Burnsville. Only 2 minutes left. The Brainerd Victory have the vibes, but do they have do they have the talent to come back in this game? They've got 2 minutes to make something happen.
Yeah, Victory just kind of need to steal their nerves. I definitely am imagining that this late season pressure has really started to amount for them. Because, I mean, I believe that the start of their season didn't quite go as they wanted, but that they've started to come back later. That might be their challenger team I'm thinking of. But this Victory squad has definitely had its struggles. As you see a massive save there from Slay Panther. Oh, the offense, there we go, is finally starting to come out. Ori ripping that one home. But yeah, I believe that this Victory squad has started to find more success later in this season as they've made trades and shifted through the trade windows. But an absolutely huge one there for Ori. Now only one with a minute and a half to go. Just 30 seconds passed since their last goal. They've definitely got plenty of time to get it done here.
I mean, they, I think Brainerd's 12th right now.
Yep.
And 10 points within a large group of teams that are in that top 8. But it's a miss off the backward from Ari. And Shaka's going to find the right side of the net. And just a lot of mistakes here for the Victory in this game number 1. Don't know if it's warm-up for them. But right now, it's very shaky. And Shraxel to the backboard. Follow-up from Ari going to be denied. As Shraxel going to take a challenge, loses it to Shako. Sleef Dog to collect. We're going to go off the wall. Going to get denied by Blasky. Has another touch as well. Ari now tries to put it central. Shraxel bit too late on where the pass would have been. That's a nice demo as Brainerd Victory on defense right now. They need to find something to get them out of defense. It's Shraxel to the backward. Sleef Dog has one. Good recovery, but going to get demoed. Shot from the wall going to be denied as backboard it goes. Might be too difficult for the follow-up. It's not. Sleef Dog off the bar. Slay Panther hits it off the bar, but this time it goes in and not out.
Yeah, definitely kind of a scary situation, even though Burnsville was really controlling the ball there at the end. Going for those fast, high-octane plays where you're putting all your men downfield when you're only up by a couple. This, with definitely some time to play, is a scary situation, but I believe that was Shako putting that one in the back of the net off of Slay Panther's backboard, so massive goal there. And, you know, this whole season we've really seen this Victory squad struggle with momentum. Whether it's having it quick at the start of the series and then losing it, or just not really ever having it throughout the whole entire series. Definitely something to keep an eye out as we're going to see Burnsville take this first game pretty handedly, 1-4. I mean, Slay Panther and Shako looking really good, and Sleef Dog fitting in on this roster like a glove. I have no complaints about how they played besides the open net misses.
Yeah, very well for a sub. It's the lowest position you can be in the league is a Rising Star sub, and they just look like a Rising Star player, a starting player, if that in general, off of that game 1. Typically we'd see some more mistakes from that position. But, you know, we've seen our fair share of wild come-ups from Rising Star, whether it's a sub position or not. We've seen End come from Rising Star up to Premier, Stratus up to Premier, from Prospect. So, I mean, anything can happen, and Sleef Dog looks pretty poised. Looked pretty poised in that game number 1 as Shako couldn't get that one quite around the defense there. That's a good infield pass. Shako to keep it into Sleef Dog into the back of the net.
Shot.
The passing plays from the Burnsville Inferno. Their Brainerd Victory got to be able to intercept the passes, but the movement from the Burnsville Inferno is just far too superior.
Yeah, Victory just burning boost, chasing the ball around, and we're seeing some great team play coming out from Burnsville right now. You just can't burn your boost chasing people around. Slow down the pace, grab some babies, and try to intercept if possible, but just absolutely holding boost and driving at the ball is not going to work. As we see Ori take a massive 50 there. Oh no, Shako goes missing, but Shraxel not quite able to get it on in a pinch to clear that one out. Blasky looks to possibly get it center, looking for the bump, but Shako is going to be there. And finally some pressure coming out from the Victory. Only 45 seconds gone, but Burnsville already up by 1 is not where they wanted to start game number 2. we see this one. Big center out. Blaski's going to put it on net. Shaco's not quite able to get there. A quick strike from the Victory, and they're back in this one. I love the midfield pressure that we just saw there coming out in the team plays.
Yeah, it's an open net. It was an overextension of the third man in Slave Panther that got beat by Shraxel. Goes central, and it's a wide open net. You got to be putting that away if you're given the opportunity. So the Victory get it back to a tie game. As Blaski gonna get a big clear before getting demoed off the pitch. Slave Panther working from the corner. Ari just has one touch, looking for Shraxel. This one's just gonna be given to Shaco, but good challenge from Shraxel. Another good challenge that baits two defenders out. Shot chance gonna be denied by Shaco. And the ball kind of lofting in the midfield, and I've seen that a lot where we're finding each other, but the end result isn't really a challenger 50. It's kind of just left with nobody having possession.
Yeah, just like that right there, we just kind of saw a toss the ball out towards mid. And something I noticed about a minute ago is Ori kind of slowed down his play, started looking for better 50s and not necessarily just going for the bang ball or the pass. I think that could be a huge shakeup for the Victory here if they're able to force one to commit and then beat a second for Burnsville. That's a lot of defense gone, and this Victory offense definitely has the talent to do exactly that. So kind of looking to see Ori be the person to start stepping up and make those plays to show off to his teammates that that's what you should be going for. As we see him go for the reset, not quite able to get there. Blaski open net, and it's free. There we go. One guy beats two, and that's all it takes to put the ball in the net.
Yeah, it's a triple commit from Burnsville, and Sleeve Dog, I believe, bumped Slay Panther off of that one, but regardless if they were even to challenge it, it's a triple commit from all of the players on Burnsville, and it's a wide open net for the Victory. And they're going to take another goal off of a big mistake. That time it was all three of them not able to make contact on the ball. Shraxel now off the wall and challenge it. And just going to leave it for Sleeve Dog, going to take this one forward. Passing play is going to be working. I mean, it was somewhat unorchestrated, but they get the pass out to Slay Panther, and good positioning from him, and just rifles it behind Shraxel in the only spot he could score.
Yeah, third man there definitely being a little aggressive, but also a very aggressive pass out from Burnsville, committing two players up high in the field, out to the only man who's back, but works out for him there. And you know, game number one, I mentioned that the Victory has really struggled with momentum, and we haven't seen it completely fall apart so far here. Definitely a bit more of a showing from them in that department. But that's kind of the big thing I'm watching as we head under the halfway point here, is how is the Victory going to hold up to the pressure and the momentum shift from Burnsville now as they look to put one off the backboard. Slay Panther just off, though. It was a big bump, but it's going to allow Shaco. Oh, he's actually just going to leave it to Sleeve Dog. That's 50 out center. Blaski's not able to get it on net, though. Trax with another chance. Blaski with the bump, but no! He accidentally makes contact with the ball off of the momentum from that. Not quite the momentum shift I was talking about, but an unfortunate one for the Victory there.
And just shots after shots on net from the Victory. So they're going to have to reposition back on defense. Touch out from Shraxel, going to be denied by Sleeve Dog. Ari to the corner. Seen a lot of bumps as of recently, and it almost worked there, but Shaco and Pime gonna collide there. And I mean, it's a roster that has not, to my knowledge, played together as of yet. So you're playing with a sub, but right now, Sleeve Dog not really playing like a sub, playing like a solid player. Slay Panther to the backboard. Are you gonna deny it? Shaco looks to control, might get demoed here from behind, but Blaski gonna win a huge challenge as 50 seconds are left. Big demo from Blaski. Could be an opportunity for Ari. One touch. Gonna be denied by Sleeve Dog, but the pressure is there. And with time dwindling down, it's golden goal territory.
Man, massive 50 by Sleeve Dog there as the last man back. Oh, did you see it get banged on net? Barely saved away by Shraxel there, but no. Sleeve Dog, like you mentioned, playing like a starter here. I love how he's keeping the ball close. That was a great pass across. Slay Panther pushed up too far to be able to do anything with it. Oh, and this could be dangerous. Slay Panther going to have to cut off Blaski. He gets a pass one, but Ori is there now. Ball pushing the Burnsville corner. Sleeve Dog looking to get it out mid. Slay with the touch. Shaco's going to have to read this one off the ceiling. Otherwise, it's 50 away. Blaski Probably going to look for a pass here. No, it's just going to get banged across. Anyway, Straxel's there. Oh, not quite able to get it on net or to his teammate. And now ball is going to fall. Game 2 overtime. This is really big for the victory to win. If they lose this, Burnsville is on match point. They're on series point. And there we go. Victory, take it. Shut me up real quick there.
Right up the kickoff. And it's a miss. It's a miss off the kickoff that's going to result in the end result for the Brainerd victory to take game number 1.
Wait, game 1? Isn't that game 2?
Game 2?
That's game 2.
I think
That's their victory's first game.
It's 2. It's 2. Game 2. I'm a bit lost with Brainerd victory. Win in overtime off of a kickoff goal. We've seen it happen in the past, but it's not very often that it happens. So victory gifted a game there. Where I mean you can't really, I guess you could fault a missed kickoff. But the other 2 goals off of huge mistakes as well. It was the Burnsville triple commit. It was the third man commit. Brainerd victory able to capitalize off of Burnsville's mistakes on defense.
Yeah, well, and it's not just Burnsville's mistakes on defense. It's also their mistakes on offense. I mean, they've had so many just great opportunities to score that game really shouldn't have been that close. But again, those open nets that they're missing, continuing on from game number 1 and just really plaguing them here in this series. Yeah, definitely a bunch of defensive mistakes and offensive mistakes coming together for Burnsville to lose that one, but barely got outshot. Just about the same amount of saves between the 2 of them that last game, so it was close. Just can Burnsville shake these nerves that it seems like they're having? And Sleef Dog immediately does, scoring 10 seconds in game number 3. That was big from him. What a great pass by Shaco, being that defender in the corner too.
Yep, really good play from all 3 players. It was bump attempt from Slay Panther there on that back post player to put pressure on the net, and that made it so that no backboard player could position for it. So that backboard was wide open to allow that pass to go through. And it's a nice shot from Sleef Dog to give in front of the lead. And they started off that last game very well. I think they were up 2, and they had a nice passing play to start off game 2, but couldn't end up holding it out. As game 3, already down by 1 is the victory. And if you're Brainerd, I mean, you're able to score off of their, big mistakes. They're pretty blatant ones. Definitely looking to have some more offensive prowess, if you will, because it feels like they haven't really earned any goals just yet, but this might be a good shot off the backboard. Double commit. Gonna be denied.
Yeah. Burnsville's had a lot of team plays and a lot more flashier goals, so I feel like it kind of stands out a little bit more. Also, game number 1 was really a blowout. But both teams' offense kind of seems like it's lacking, as we have a huge opportunity here. Lasky able to clear that one away. This is definitely coming down to a defensive series. Whichever team is able to make the least amount of defensive mistakes. So far, that's what's winning them the game. But Ori now trying to control this one in his own corner. He's going to leave it up to Sleef Dog. Not able to make anything happen there. Shaco clears the cross. Slay Panther's going to take this one up high. Looking to get it center, but he gets bumped off. An opportunity for Sleef Dog, but banged away by Ori. Big read there from Ori. And, something to keep in mind, he's subbing up into Challenger. Has been essentially this whole season. He's been getting a lot of experience at the higher level. So you see Ori faking the bump. Ball bounces out perfectly to Traxel. They're going to tie this one up pretty quick. Just a little over halfway here, Wolf.
Shaco tried to make an attempt on the save, but was getting pressured by that bump. Also had 0 boost to work with, so very minimal chance that they were going to be able to make contact with that ball. And it's a good play from the victory. They get that physicality online, and they're able to force the defense in an awkward spot. Shaco gonna give that one away. Had a little bit of time to work with, but kind of just chipped it towards the net. Sleef Dog and Slay Panther both miss, and Traxel's able to score off of it, and it's a 2-goal swing for the Brainerd victory.
That was a very quick response. Yeah, 2 big misses there. Sleef Dog getting anxious, not rotating back in the net, and instead just kind of chasing where he thinks the ball is going to land. But big goal there for the victory. Potentially huge shift for them to lose the first game. And then, like I keep mentioning for whatever reason, their issues with keeping up momentum. This is a huge game for them to win. Forcing that match point first and giving them an extra game space allows them to take a breather. And if nerves are as big of a factor as it seems like they have been this series, that could be absolutely massive for them. But we're going to have to see him finish out game number 3 here. Slay Panther almost rips on net. Straxel's up for that pass. On, 2 are up on it, but it gets cleared away. Now Ori, oh no, he goes missing. Tried to get that one on net, but not quite able to. Slay Panther's going to take this one to the middle, and a lot of overcommits now. Definitely can see the nerves getting to Burnsville as Blasky cleans that one up. Just a lot of dump and chase, and I don't know, over maybe not trusting their teammates. I'm not sure what you would call that there, Wolf.
Yeah, it's probably a mixture of not trusting, miscommunication. It could be a lot of different things. When you've got low boost on defense, it's difficult not to double commit for certain things, even if it's a half commit and you're not dodging or flipping into the ball. Oh! And like, what? Straxel gets another goal, and they're feeding him. It's just, I don't know how that goes in.
He got a chunk of that on my screen. I heard it. You guys at home definitely heard it. He hit that. Unfortunate there, but a very big one for the victory. That could definitely seal this game. Up by 3 with only 1:45 to go. This is a bad spot. If you're Burnsville, Sleepdog almost connects on that one to make it a 2-goal deficit. Straxel looking to take it up the wall, but he has no boost. Big pinch there. Massive to get that one clear as he continues to push downfield. Slay Panther looks to get this one away, but Ori's going to 50 it just off the target, but nobody's there to clean that one up. All 3 defenders in the corner for Burnsville. Shaco trying to get this one going. Pinch off the wall, leaves it to Sleepdog. Not a very threatening position as 2 go for the bump. Slay Panther not quite able to get into a position to score there. And approaching the 1-minute mark, this is the victories to lose.
I mean, I just don't see the victory able to throw this one away. The Burnsville Inferno, similar result from that prior game in game number 2, where it was just mistake-filled goals that were given to the Brainerd victory. This one, at least 2 of them, there was just, it seemed like everyone just stopped playing on the Burnsville defense. That's a really good challenge from Ari. As Straxel gonna make Burnsville's life even more hard, as this one gonna go to the backboard. Slay Panther, any last-second heroics, just not gonna find any here with under 20 seconds to go. Brainerd victory putting on pressure here. Ari gets the bump out. There's no follow-up, but just killing time at this point. 10 seconds left. Sleepdog gonna be denied by Ari, as this one surely will drop to the ground. The Brainerd victory will go up on a match point.
Big win there for him. I mean, we saw game 1, 4-1 loss. Game 2, 2-3 win, and now another 1-4. I definitely expect the Inferno to tighten it up a little bit more heading into this game. That was just kind of a rough one. Sleepdog, the only player actually able to get any shots on net, and the victory just finding success amongst each other. It's really at the midfield there, they were looking super solid. Some bumps coming out from them, but the biggest thing really was the Inferno's defense. I had nerves, maybe with this being a sub, they haven't gotten as many games in with them. They're not feeling super comfortable with each other, but yeah, they're looking really shaky and really bunched up on the defensive side. But definitely a lot of talent, enough talent to get this game win here and push this to a series point for the Inferno, but they now have to take 2, whereas the Victory are looking at a single game to win it.
And it's odd because the Burnsville Inferno started out this game in the lead. Their 1 goal came really early in the game. It was
10 seconds in.
A really good play from all 3 players. We had one, I think it was Slay Panther, threatening that goalkeeper, the threat of a bump, and then it was a pass off the backboard that helped Sleepdog get the goal there. But if plays like that will work, you just have to go back to them, and they couldn't find a similar opportunity in that game throughout, the last 4 minutes and 50 seconds of that game. So Gotta look to that, though. Straxel with a pinch could be dangerous. Blasky into the back of the net. What a pass.
Yeah, awkward positioning in the corner there. Shaco turning up and his teammate pushing out of the net. Just kind of unfortunate. Leaves that one wide open. Quick start here for the victory, but this is not going to be the only goal we see this game. I got a feeling that each of these teams have a few more up their sleeves. So we see this kickoff go by way of the victory. Slay Panther going to get a great pinch. Pushes out to Ori. Nobody able to quite put this one in. Straxel cutting in, but no boost. Not quite in a dangerous position. Now Blasky trying to keep it on the Burnsville half, but going to get cleared away. Burnsville, they're just playing a lot of bang ball right now. They were getting some passes, getting some team plays going at the start, trying to control that ball and maybe force the 50, go for the fake, open up their options, but definitely not seeing that now. Hopefully they can figure it out. Maybe some more bumps just to shake up the enemy's rotation. Might do them some good and getting some foothold here, but all getting pushed back down into their half. They're going to need to make a counterattack. Slay Panther up on this one, beats two, going to the back wall, but Straxel is there. Pops it, but he's going to lose this one. Sleep Dog now with an opportunity to control. Gives it away to Ori in front of the net. Straxel looking for the 50 in the corner. He gets it. It's out towards center. Straxel is there to clear it away, and that's going to give the victory just a quick breath of relief.
I mean, we've seen Burnsville have success on offense. We've seen them pass to each other. There was a lot of that in game one, early game number two. The physicality was there as well, but that has all gone away. Ever since that comeback win for the Brainerd victory in game number two. So, I mean, Slay Panther getting good touches around the defense. You know, we've seen him get over 1-2 players, but the follow-up is covering the backboard, and so even when you beat two players, if you can't end in a challenge or a 50 to have a teammate able to be positioned for it, can't really do anything with that follow-up on the ball.
Yeah, good point.
So maybe I mean, they've been banging it so much that asking for 50s might be an issue here, but I mean they've got to go to it, because right now this bang ball, this victory team is loving it because they're used to playing against it. That was a good pass attempt. Another one gonna be denied by Sleef Dog, as Shaco with a bang on net. Is it in? It is. The Burnsville Inferno, both Bs, able to get a big clear goal here. Straxel tried to find Ari, but it was intercepted by Shaco, and Shaco snipes it into the left net.
Yeah, I can only imagine how many times I've mixed up these two teams. I'm sure I've said Brainerd Inferno and Burnsville Victory at some point here, but just to put that in your brain for the rest of this series, it's also been tripping me up. A big response there from Burnsville. Ooh. Tying this one up, but they're going to lose it. So we see a dribble come out from Ori, dishes it perfectly to Straxel. What a great play there. There's that mid control that we were talking about, going for a little more solo control of the ball, and it directly leads to a goal from them. Very quick response also. Burnsville scoring, not even 30 seconds ago.
It's that second touch from Ari on his dribble that really threw Shaco for a loop, and it was able to get it to a teammate, outplay the defender, all the steps needed to have a successful pass, and it was an open net at that point. And Straxel has been in these positions to find the open net. And right now it could be a counter for Sleef Dog. Shaco now gonna be off target. Straxel now gonna cut this one inside. Gets past Sleef Dog with 100 boost, challenges it in the corner. Shot could be on target. Sleef Dog and Shaco there, both double commit. And we've seen that quite a lot from Burnsville. And Victory, to be fair, but not as much the Victory as these as the series has went on. It's a double commit though right there for the Victory, as it's just complete chaos right now in the midfield. Maybe a chance for Blasky here. Slay Panther gets bumped back. Sleef Dog with one touch. Gonna lob it up to Slay Panther, looking for Shaco. The idea was there, but the pass was denied by Ari.
Oh, the panic is there. We see Blasky with an opportunity now, looking for the double. He gets it past, but it's not on net. And that awkward touch by Slay Panther did open up another opportunity, but the Victory not able to score there. Shaco looking to get it to his teammate. Under a minute to go. Burnsville, we've seen the nerves the last couple of games. They're looking really nervous this game too. And that's where we see them make mistakes, not only in the defensive zone, but also in the offensive.
Woo!
As Shaco rips that one top left.
I mean,
What a fantastic shot. Shut me up real quick there.
big time shot from Shaco, and it's a mistouch from the defense that allows that space to be given. Straxel bumped on the goal line through the squishy save, through that movement from the goal, from the back of the goal, and it's such a big goal with 40 seconds left. The Burnsville Inferno, they needed a goal to keep this series alive and hopefully extend this one to Game 5. They might be able to win this one. It's a tie game. The victory, probably one goal away from taking this series in 4, but right now it's a tie game. It's all up to the Burnsville Inferno to see if they can hang on in this game number 4. Straxel gonna put this one towards Sleef Dog. 10 seconds remain. Ari now pop this one up. Flip reset, possibly past the defense. It's open for Blasky, and the Brainerd Victory have stolen away the game, and it's a great solo play from Ari.
That was huge. Straxel pushing Shaco out of the net, forcing him away from having anything to do with that play. Just a massive team play there. 3 seconds left. Victory now in a fantastic position. Looked a little shaky at the start, but there we go. They take this one in 4. Yeah, you know, I mentioned that their momentum issues earlier in the season. They didn't have it this series. That was very big for them. A huge win. Gonna bump them up past Omaha, who I don't believe we see tonight. They play up next off stream, but they have a very big series ahead of them, and that could be a big win for Brainerd and also a big loss for Burnsville, leaving them up to possibly be jumped by a few teams here. So pretty exciting stuff here, Wolf. I love these end of league play streams where all of a sudden we actually have a better picture of who's fighting for what heading into the major and ultimately land.
I mean, this is a huge win for the Brainerd Victory. It'll get them to 35 points. And I mean, looking at the standings, I just took a snippet of it since it's ever so changing. We've got, of course, the Major 1 winners, Green Bay Knights, all the way up there, but the Brainerd Victory, I love the overlay when it kicks me out of the standings. Brainerd Victory go up to 35, and there's such a close gap between the 12th and the 7th seeds, where it's all within 10 points, and depending on how they finish, it could be 5 points. But keep in mind, top 8 makes LAN in every league, so definitely winnable for even, I mean, the Jungle make a run. I don't know what their situation is, but this Major 2 is gonna decide everything. If you play well in it, you're gonna guarantee yourself a spot at LAN. If you don't, you're gonna fall short. That's just how the cookie crumbles quick. But we've got one more match for the whole night. Just kidding. It's the second matchup of the night. We've got the Mankato Atlas, I believe. Wait.
Oh, did they change? No, St. Paul and Fargo. St. Paul Fargo. Wait.
I think I messed. No, I think it's St. Paul. Wait. I need to double check this. It's St. Paul Fargo.
Doesn't play this week.
We'll see you guys after the break with the St. Paul Senators and the Fargo Steelhawks. We're good. No, I'm not good. I'm still on stream.
isn't much, but it's all we needed. It's all we needed. With everything in its right place, don't push away, 'cause it's all we needed to go through the mess.
We gon' make you move. We gon' make you lose. We gon' make you move. So baby, let's open tonight. Let me get funky. Let me get funky. We gon' make you move from side to side. We gon' make you lose all inside your mind. Oh, we gon' get you through this just for one more high. So baby, let's orbit tonight. We gon' make you move from side to side. We gon' make you lose all inside your mind. Oh, we gon' get you through this just for one more high. So baby, let's orbit tonight. Let me get funky. Let's lose our mind.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second matchup of the night. It's going to be the St. Paul Senators, not the Mankato Atlas, the St. Paul Senators going up against the Fargo Steelhawks. It's a tale of are they top 4? Senators down
yes,
at 15,
Steelhawks have
and
been
then
on
the
a
Steelhawks,
tear.
yeah, Steelhawks all the way up at 4th in Rising Star, and we know getting 4th is huge right now. If you get top 4, you get the extra life on land, which is massive. It can't be understated. You get a second life, another chance, a best of 7. I mean, you have a series to warm up, lose if you play a team that's better than you. So, can't be understated how important that top 4 is. But right now for the Senators, it's just to make a miracle run into that top 8. They've been struggling kind of all season down at that 15 spot. If they can get a big win here, I think they're just in it for fun. But any team that makes a good run in the major is gonna have a lot of points accumulated, you know, in favor of them. They'd probably have to win it to be in the top 8 or get second.
I mean, depending, you can always have some upsets that will shift stuff. Upsets are really going to shift the standings heading into LAN this season. But, you know, I love this St. Paul Senators new roster. Just a ton of great guys, a lot of history on this team. Just between, I mean, Dinger and Caesar. Caesar looking for the 4 time now?
Yep.
So it's going to take a lot for him to make it happen this season, but we see Dinger put that one barely bouncing past the net. He's got no boost, throws himself at it. It's going to work out for their first goal of the game. But no, this St. Paul Senators is definitely a team to keep your eye on heading into the major, even though they're already down second to last on the leaderboard. That doesn't actually show what this team can do. Now, Fargo, they are locked in at their spot. Even if Bemidji wins, it doesn't matter. They will win the tiebreaker because of their game differential. And Burnsville losing that last series means that Fargo is locked in at that number 4 spot heading into the major. So I am curious if that'll affect their play at all, if they're feeling a little loose and not like they're sweating this game. But so far off the rip, a pretty tight game. I mean, only a minute gone, so I don't want to jinx anything, but looking good so far.
Yeah, I mean, they got that opening goal, and they still have, they did have pressure. That might be a goal the other way. Carl's nuts with the pinch off the defender. The Steelhawks tie it up at 1.
Massive pinch there, 129. I mean, jeez. Him and Caesar smashed that one in the back of the net. A very quick response. Well, not very quick. Kind of quick, but St. Paul definitely get their footing there, and Carl's Nuts has kind of been that big player for that team for me to watch out for. You know, we've had Windy. I don't know if Link, if this is his rookie season, but Windy previously appearing at LAN back at SCSU season 7. And Carl's Nuts just last season playing at LAN. They made day 2, I believe. But yeah, runner-ups through lowers. Yeah, they made a massive run there. But you know, both teams here are very strong. As you see that one on net, Seppi barely getting to that one in time to keep this one tied up at 1. Wolf, we didn't get predictions. I think that Fargo is going to take this one, even though they don't need it. What are you thinking? So
yeah, I'm thinking Fargo. They look really well. We've seen them play consistently very well with this roster. I probably I want both these teams to win. They're all on cams. They're all having a wee of a time. But I think realistically, I've got Fargo winning. I do want the Senators to win though. If they do win, it'd be huge for them, especially if they do well in that major too. But it feels like a must-win against a top 4 team, which could even be ranked higher than top 4, considering you know, we've got a team in first that won major 1. That's all 3 players are different. You know,
wait, which I think you're looking at the wrong. Green Bay's in first right now.
Am I thinking of Duluth?
Yeah, and Duluth. We didn't win the major, so no. Yeah, but that one loss in Rising Stars. So Green Bay has had a perfect season so far. Besides their loss to Fargo, this is the only team that's been able to beat us. So these guys are definitely really good. As we see Windy rip that one on net, getting all of that and then some, but a defender able to stand it up. Dinger now looking to get this one out towards mid. Caesar's going to read it, puts it on net. No, just off. Oh, but Dinger not quite able to make contact. Carl easily going to beat the defender. It's free for him. That's one way to score in Rocket League. Take notes, kids.
Yeah. Third man commits there, and Seppi, it's over the defense, and it's a walk-in goal for Carl, as they get the lead here, and we've seen some close series with Fargo, where it feels like they should be running away with it, but then it gets super competitive, and then they get a close series. But right now, Senators got 90 seconds to tie this one up in game number 1. I mean, you're looking at Caesar to bringing them across the finish line. If anything, that challenger champion, he's the 3-timer. Keep in mind, before he won it, he had, on the back of his LAN jersey, he had 3-timer already. Before he won Challenger Season 3, or Season 8, he had 3-timer on the back before he won the championship. So, definitely looking for more success here, as they got a minute to play with, and right now it's not looking too good.
Yeah, Caesar definitely the player to keep an eye on here. He's probably the most defensive able player on this team as far as mechanics and just rotations go. But so far in this game, it's been all Fargo. They're looking super solid. Link banging this one on net. It might be off. It's barely off the post, and nobody's there to clean that one up. Dinger's going to try to take it down the field. Carl is there to cut him off, decides to shadow defense it. Oh, I don't know if that was the right call there, but he barely got a piece of that ball to clear it away. So we see another dangerous opportunity. Still dangerous. Dinger, soft touch, but Windy is not able to get there. Oh, that touch was so slow.
And
Man.
it's just Seppi gets sent, but it doesn't really matter. The Senators get an open goal there, and it's a big one to tie it up with 17 seconds remaining. The Senators might have a goal off the kickoff.
No,
They do!
not again.
No, the Senators, excuse me, the Fargo Steelhawks, they get it right back off the kickoff.
That's just another open net. No defender back for them. Easy, just put it on net. Caesar almost able to get back there, flying back. I'm guessing he must have turned upfield after grabbing that boost, forcing him to be just kind of too far away from the ball to be able to clean it up. But that's a massive goal there. Big confidence boost. Windy goes missing the boost. He's just going to have to control this one to kill the time. Gets a soft touch. Caesar's there to clear him away. Shot on net.
Oh.
Carl is there to clear that one away. That would have been in the back of the net if nobody was there. Steelhawks taking game number 1. Not as dominantly as I would have guessed. Both teams definitely looking warm out there.
That was a super chaotic ending to that game number 1. Within the final moments, a kickoff goal after the St. Paul Senators got it 2-2 kickoff goal. But I mean, it's a shaky game, and the Steelhawks do win it. But in game 2, probably looking for more of a dominant game from the Steelhawks, as Link has successfully disconnected from the lobby in the post game, but is joining back, so we're fine, I guess.
That lost connection scared me a little bit. I don't think I've seen it say that. It usually just says left the match. So probably just a quick card change there. Hopefully not a sign of worse things to come. You know, these the Senators roster, actually, that was a huge issue that they had at the start of the season, was one of their players, one of their starters, just didn't have a great internet connection, really struggled with that a lot. A very real thing to have to deal with in Rocket League, especially across the Midwest, which for whatever reason you've got random hot pockets that have just very fast, great speeds, and then other spots you're stuck with 10 down, 10 up, and you're happy about it. But something to always keep in mind, especially with these live games like that, is, you know, unfortunately that's a reason why some teams have to make changes. I don't believe that that's the sole reason why St. Paul decided to make a shift there, but definitely an issue. So we see them get off to a quick start. Caesar not quite able to get that one on net, and now Windy's going to start the counterattack for Fargo. Out to Link, unfortunately not able to get the shot off there. Dinger in his own corner is going to take it out. Loses it, but Caesar is there. No boost, a big challenge. Now we have 2 up that both don't have boost. Curious to see where Seppi's at. Smartly playing back on that one.
Now Dinger in the corner. Backboard's going to be covered by Carl. Does get a touch out with the follow-up shot. It's wide open, and the Senators' offensive pressure is enough to get them the lead.
Crazy save from Carl there. Came flying, but Seppi cleaning that one up. Big goal there. Back up. Did they scored the first time in the last series?
They did.
too, right? Yeah. So see how that shakes out for them here. They also got scored on pretty quick off the kickoff last game too. But Dinger gonna be able to clean that one up. Scary situation that that the Senators keep finding themselves in. I have no idea what they're doing. Is it just the third man rotating up aggressive on the back that's just leaving their net open for those quick counter pushes?
Well, I don't think it's been necessarily an overcommit. There's just been, I think on that play at least, they were. Whoa!
Ooh!
No,
Oh, no,
dear
no.
me, Dinger! How do you score that?
With
What
a little
is
help from his
this?
friend.
It's
That's
a
not.
pinch. And then, well, I got confused because Dinger and Carl have the same car design. That threw me off a little bit. I thought that was an insane shot. But Unfortunately, an own goal. I mean, you have to think that might go post and in, but the Senators, they get 2 goals. But for the Steelhawks conceding wise, they just need to be more active on defense. They wait for that. They wait too long for the Senators to kind of do whatever they want, and then they get that crazy save. But if your players are able to challenge it earlier, that's not an issue. You kind of eliminate that threat immediately. But it's a 3rd goal for the Senators, and wow, I mean, what a momentum shift from game number 1.
No kidding. I mean, 3 quick ones, only a minute and a half in. Link caught just a little bit too far up there. Slightly awkward positioning coming from him just leaves that one completely open. But no, I definitely think you're right. We're just seeing a lot of big saves coming up from Fargo due to them not necessarily positioning or rotating the best. And those sorts of saves, I mean, completely take a player out of the play. It's way more difficult if you're making a diving save, putting everything into it to be able to follow the ball up or even get any sort of real amount of control off of it. Definitely that seems to be what is killing Fargo here, but this offense coming out, or I'm sorry, from Fargo, but the offense coming out from the Senators here. I don't like that they're both orange. Whenever I picture the logos, it messes me up, but not as bad as the double B's last game. Big demo from Windy there. Gonna open this one up. Link flipping it down, but no boost. Stays on the play. He gets the 50. It's out center, but Carlsnad's probably rightly not forcing up on that one. Always awkward trying to tell where the ball is going to end up off your teammate if they have no boost in the corner. Caesar keeping this one going. Carlos cuts off the play, but it's right to Dinger off the backboard. Is anybody there? Seppi leaves it. Caesar takes a shot, but Link cleans that one up. More offensive pressure coming out for the Senators here.
Seppi gonna go missing here. Caesar in his own corner gets his own boost. Quick shot. Gonna be blocked by Dinger. As Windy now through the corner, it's past Seppi. Caesar back though. Link now. Let's touch it away. Is able to maybe recover. Dinger to deny. Seppi gonna find a demo there, or gets demoed, excuse me, and gonna be put in a good position to clear this ball. It's gonna bounce off the corner. Carl, no boost. Gonna be able to follow it through. Loses that one to Dinger, but Windy right there. Seppi last back, gets a much needed touch. Dinger now up the left wall. Off the ceiling, can he maybe follow it up? But Seppi, 3rd man, shot gonna be wide, and Steelhawks will take possession, but right now they've only got under 90 seconds to put together 3 goals.
Yeah, definitely not a ton of time for them here, especially with what we're seeing from Fargo. The control, just the patience on their own defense. They're really not overcommitting. Seppi almost had an opportunity there, but went missing on the shot. Came in way too hot, crossing across the field. Just banged her across. Dinger trying to get something going, but loses it. Carl, free touch towards the net, but it should be cleaned up by Seppi here. Another from Fargo goes up missing, unfortunately. And Dinger is left potentially looking for a double top, but not able to make it happen. Caesar with a massive challenge. Dinger's going to look to get out to Seppi. He gets the first touch. Seppi's up on this one. Barely gets it past Windy, but Link is the last one. And he gets the last touch need to clear that one away. Almost going to 4 up for Senators. They're looking super solid on the offensive half. Playing super cohesively. Love to see the teamwork. Dinger looks to push it past, but Seppi doesn't quite read that one correctly. Another shot. All 3 go up for Fargo, but not a dangerous position. They should have a second of reprieve here, especially if we're going to see 2 players go missing. Make it 3. No, Link gets the 50 off of Seppi as the last man there. 15 seconds left. This game is essentially over for the Steelhawks. Sender's going to tie this one up. It shuts me up real quick, though, Windy. What a shot.
It's a great play. Carl beats Stinger there to the wall. Windy with the redirect shot past the defense. Just too quick for the Senators to deal with, but only 13 seconds left. It's a bit too late. As maybe a kickoff goes in their favor, they're gonna win it. Carl with the 50, gonna go to the left side. Windy now off the backboard. Seppi, not the best touch, but Dinger's gonna do well enough to get them through this game. The St. Paul Senators respond and take game number 2 after, pretty dominant game. They had 3 goals pretty much immediately, held on to the lead, and Fargo did not have an answer, until 13 seconds left.
Yeah, 13 shots on the side of the Senators. I mean, offensive domination from them. They looked super solid, not just on the offensive side, at the midfield as well. We already touched on it a couple of times, but the diving saves coming out from Steelhawks, from the Senators, the overcommits seem to kind of die off there. But Fargo, it really needs to shake it up now. Game number 1, we saw some pretty impressive solo plays from him. At the end of that game, we saw some team plays. I'm definitely looking to see if they can create some space off of a 50 rather than a clear or possibly a pass to allow their players' mechanics to shine a little bit, because that definitely seems to be what's missing from them as far as I can see. But I'm your resident expert, Champ 3 here, so take it with a grain of salt.
Well, I mean, the Senators, they got a much needed bounce back win here. The Steelhawks, I mean, they had a shaky game 1. We thought they'd kind of be dominant in this series. So far it's 1-1, and the Steelhawks are coming off of a pretty rough game. These players have the mechanical ability to outplay the Senators team. It's just a matter of if they can get boost. They've been low on boost for a large majority of that second game. And if they can manage it well, these players have really good mechanics and very good control on the ball. We're going to have to see if that sparks them into a win here, as Link had a double touch opportunity. Going to get denied. Windy with a really good back pass. Carl off of the wall. Going to get one more here. Dinger now to catch, gonna be denied, but Seppi now to control, instantly challenged by Windy. Shot on target from Link. Caesar has to make a good save. Dinger and Seppi both double commit, and this ball's just gonna be free for Windy, who fortunately just gives it right to Caesar.
Yeah, Fargo firing on all cylinders off the rip here. They are looking so solid and dangerous. We just saw the ball for the first time right there finally leave the Senators' half. Gonna do it for the second time now as Fargo on the back foot a little bit. Caesar putting this one on net. What a great shot from Caesar. Only twice over that first minute did the Senators really break the ball out of their own zone, and the second one turns into a goal. Fargo was looking so strong though. Great touches, great clears, following the ball up. Link, if he'd have gotten that high aerial shot, very tough angle to try to hit, especially with how close it was to the backboard. But that was a huge opportunity. We saw Carl creeping up too close on that one, just allowing the ball to get cleared away. And now the Senators, I wouldn't have guessed they'd have been first to strike here. They are, and that's very big for them. We saw them maintain the lead last game, winning it pretty handedly. So if they take this one, they do start to force series point, which again is such a big momentum shift. Putting the other team on the back foot for a whole entire game is pretty scary. Caesar, though, looking for a solo play, gets a pass wide. I don't think he expected it to. Ooh. Dinger is going to get the touch. Some awkward defending coming out from Fargo there. It looked like a small team bump, but this miss here, it really looked like Caesar wasn't planning on following because he thought the 50 was going to come out.
Carl was just floating, waiting for a touch to come out from the pass, and, I mean, it got over him. It forced an outcome, but the two defenders on the side of the Steelhawks couldn't really do anything with it, and that allowed Dinger to have enough time to put that shot on net. The little slow bouncer there, but Senators, 2 back-to-back goals. We saw them go up 3 in the prior game, and kind of just steal the game completely. That's a nice touch from Seppi as Caesar tries to put it back central. Seppi off the post. Crashes at the net, but no luck in finding the back of the net there. Caesar gonna touch this one. It'll go off the ceiling. Link to his own corner. Gonna collect boost, take possession. Just gonna get one touch forward here. Caesar, only one touch here as no boost comes out. Dinger, demo creates space. Seppi around the defense. Link, though, is able to beat Seppi before he can get a follow-up touch.
Yeah, Seppi left there with no boost. Just really nothing he could do except for watch the ball get taken away from him. But all 3 defenders for Fargo in the corner. That's a big clear to open up some space for him. Caesar gets a piece of it, not able to get the double. We're going to see Link take control. Goes for the 50 on Seppi. Keeps the ball close. Big touch there. Windy tries to clear it, but Dinger's going to cut that one off. An opportunity for Caesar. Can he beat Link? Oh, both players go missing. Slightly awkward reads there. That one's going to be on net. Seppi has to go up, forces the ball in the corner. Carl's nuts. Gets it back out center. Windy touches it. This one is high. Link could possibly get there, but but Seppi is going to get to that one first. Now Carl in the offensive corner. Great pressure again from Fargo. We saw this at the start of the game, but it immediately turned into a goal for the Senators. We'll see if they can tighten up that third man rotation when on the offensive side. Hopefully not lose the ball to breakouts. Seppi's going to center this one for Fargo. Wendy's there. Beats Caesar. Ball now possibly bouncing in the corner, but goes missing. Senators players just are flying at the ball. Everybody seems to be kind of just throwing themselves at it and seeing what sticks.
And I mean, nothing came of it. Not possession wasn't taken from the missed opportunity, and it's just continuation of gameplay, as this might be an opportunity for Caesar, and it's a great initial touch here from Seppi, and Caesar's in a really good position. Link 0 boost, could not put a hand up, and the St. Paul Senators, another 3-goal lead, and it's 3-0 once again, as there's only a minute left here quick, and the Senators have put something special together.
Yeah, they're looking so solid out there. I'm starting to maybe think that the Senators' comeback is real. I'd be very surprised to not see these guys qualify land, especially when you've got saves like that. Sure, that's exactly where Dinger was aiming to put that one. But massive save there. Caesar with the 50 is going to free this ball out towards mid. Link with the free touch. He's going to bang it. Almost gets it over Dinger. Now Carl with another touch. Windy is going to stay back on this ball. It's Fargo just trying to get something here in the last 30 seconds of game number 3. This is pretty big for the Senators, forcing that match point. It's Carl, no boost. He's going to be able to get the boost there, but Dinger with a free clear. 2 defenders. That bump could be huge. Not a lot of physical play so far this game. Definitely something to keep an eye out for. As I say that, Windy, Caster Curse, going to get 2. 10 seconds to go. This game is over. The Senators are going to take game number 3, putting the Steelhawks facing match point for them. Again, Steelhawks locked in at that 4th seed heading into the major, so not a whole lot on the line for this game for them, but sure, a series they still would like to win.
Yeah, for sure. You don't want to be looking shaky towards the end of the season. If anything, you want to be looking your best towards the end of the season, especially if you're a top 4 team. And right now, the Senators back-to-back dominant games. It was 3-1 in that game 2, and now it's 3-0 in game 3. So right now, I mean, the Steelhawks are just being outplayed. The passing plays, the space. Steelhawks are just giving them way too much space, and really the Senators are taking advantage of that.
A lot of misses up high in the air as well, though. We do see it, which I have to assume is just a symptom of panic, thinking that you need to go fly up on some of these balls rather than rotating back, getting on your backboard. But a lot of misses in that last game, especially up high in the midfield. I would say mostly coming out from Fargo, and that was what was messing up the Senators, was those misses up high and not leading directly to a goal on those plays. But defense, it really is the name of the game in Rising Star. Having mechs for offense is great, and you get a few goals from it. But if you have a solid defense, solid rotation in your own half, those are ultimately some of the best teams in Rising Star. And I really think that that's where we're seeing it here in this series for the Senators. Fargo just, if you have any cracks in your defense, it'll shine through, and you don't need the best offense to make it happen. So we see a massive pass there out to Seppi, a follow-up touch from Dinger, and that one's free. All 3 for Fargo, stuck in the net, kind of panicking at this ball, but what a fantastic pass by Caesar to get that one started.
Dinger gonna drop this one down, a teardropper into the back of the net, and we've seen that a lot. The Fargo Steelhawks low boost in their own net in awkward spots, and the Senators with the boost advantage, with the offensive possession, and there it goes. All 3 players. Carl past everyone, and Carl just plays it through everyone.
Yeah, Seppi diving at that one, coming up real quick on it, but great touches from Carl. That soft touch past the last guy to land it perfect on his car after, to still have the control. I mean, that's something you can pull out at midfield and beat 2 players easy peasy. but they're only needing it to get past the one as we see almost Fargo getting ahead with the clear. That one's on net. Seppi goes up fast. Double commit on the Senators defense could lead to a dangerous situation, but it's not going to. Windy clearing this one over to the corners. Carl is there. Oh, Caesar's just awkward. What? Wait, what happened? I saw Caesar go into the corner for boost.
I think no
Must have
boost
come
on
up empty.
Caesar.
Oh no, froze up.
Yeah, no boost. Awkward off the post. Dinger tried to make a last-ditch effort. They almost got it. But regardless, the Steelhawks score to give them the lead here. It's a rare occurrence since that game one. They're up by 1 goal here and could be up by 2. That's a great shot from Carl. And the Fargo Steelhawks have a really good start to game number 4.
Carl is carrying the team right now. He does not want to lose this series. Man, massive shot there from him. Fantastic touch up the wall as well to create that space in the offensive half. Kickoff, though, immediately going away at Fargo. Link gets a rip on it. Seppi is there, though, to clear that one away. Ball floating. Going to be centered out to Windy. Windy puts it low right, and he scores!
And
Very quick answers.
Three goals right out the gate from the Steelhawks, and we get new server if we lose. You can do that, and in fact, if you lose, you can request for a new server. But Fargo
Oh, I actually just got kicked.
up by 3 whole goals here, and there's still 3 minutes and 30 seconds to play. It could be more here. Windy now pops this one up just above the goalie box there, as Link now, no boost, gonna leave this one for Carl. Maybe put some pressure on Dinger on the back end. Seppi, big clear on net. No one's back, and the Senators get one right back.
Completely free for Seppi. Man, or not completely free. That was a great pass to free that one up. Puts it in the net. No defense for Fargo. Really just kind of still throwing everything at the wall on the offensive side. When you're up by 3, that's your opportunity to try to slow it down, waste some time in the game, because this center squad is definitely one that can come back. So we see the ball now in the center's half. Player goes missing. Link tries to put it out center, but Seppi is there. Windy now looking to center it. Oh, a big miss from Dinger. Potentially a dangerous situation, but cleared away by Caesar. Now Seppi, fantastic touch, is going to put the ball into the Fargo corner. Dinger barely not able to make contact with that ball. That was a dangerous situation. Caesar's going to keep up the offensive pressure for the Senators. Seppi ripping that one on net, but cleared away by Carl. Now a dangerous situation. Dinger, the only guy back, tries to put it in the corner. He does, but Link is there. A shot from Windy. It's too slow, not quite on target. And Carl not quite able to clean that one up. A massive chance for Fargo there, but again, this offensive pressure is great for wasting time. It causes the other guys to scramble, even if you're not scoring the ball. But if you're putting everybody up to score it, you're leaving yourself in a dangerous situation. Link, oh, if he'd have gotten the wave dash touch after, that would have been free. Unfortunately, goes missing on that one. And now another opportunity for the Senators. This game is definitely heating up.
Well, now off the backboard, I mean, the Senators are looking to crawl their way back into this game, and the Steelhawks have missed some opportunities on offense, and the Senators, though, they need to get out of defense, and they just can't. Windy into the back of the net. Gonna give them their 3-goal lead back once again, and the Steelhawks, a much different game. They had 1 goal in games 2 and 3 combined, and now they have 5 in game number 4, so a complete shift of momentum in this game, and they're gonna very likely force 5 here if things don't go completely out the window here in the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, man, stuff would really have to fall apart for the Senators, but definitely possible. This Fargo squad is very strong. Link trying to clear this one out. Just going to get cut off by Caesar, but a great follow-up. Oh, Seppi with a massive touch, clearing that one out towards the midfield. Some pressure now coming out from the Senators. Going to get cleared away by Carl there. Chasing this one up. Dinger is there to cut it off. Senators really need to get something going as we approach the 1-minute mark. Link trying to pinch this one out towards the center field, not able to get it. Big 50 there, gonna free up some time for the Senators. Seppi looking to make a play downfield, gets it past one, goes for the second, he gets it, third, oh no, but Dinger's up too close and Caesar isn't there to clean that one up. Big play there coming out from Seppi. Carl now clearing this one down to Windy. He's got Link out at midfield, tries to put it on himself, but Caesar is there. Windy now again keeping up the pressure for Fargo, just trying to kill time in the offensive zone. Going to be cleared away by Dinger, looks for a second one. Not able to get it, and now this ball cleared all the way back to the Senators' time. So much time being wasted for Fargo, and still keeping up the offensive opportunities, trying to keep that one out center, looking for just something. Windy now 0 boost, massive 50 against Seppi. Ball sitting in the midfield. Carl with a massive clear is going to leave it to Dinger, who fortunately puts that one just away, and this game is now over. Oh man, what a massive win from Fargo. Senators not quite able to hold up to the offensive pressure coming out from the Steelhawks. I mean, Carl is playing just balls to the walls today, getting supported by Windy, and I mean, Link doing everything he can. I mean, these guys are looking super solid. A little scary for Caesar and the boys on the Senators heading into game number 5. Not what they wanted to see.
And just a complete turnaround. We saw Fargo really struggle in games 2 and 3. The Senators had confident wins in those. This time around, though, Fargo had a chain of goals that really set them apart in this game. As I mean, it was a really good start for Carl. Ended up with a hat trick. That shot off the wall really put them in the driving seat in that game. As I mean, Senators right now, not necessarily playing bad. Fargo just got back to what they're used to. And now it's game 5. They forced a game 5. Fargo has momentum. It's going to be difficult, but the Senators are on upset patrol. If they win this one, they do in fact upset the number 4 seed, as the Senators are all the way down at 15 at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, not a whole lot they can do as far as jumping spaces goes. They are solo 20, so they're not tied with anybody currently in points they're looking to get ahead of, but mostly just looking to make a statement here. So we get all the guys back into the lobby. Caesar politely requested we remake it, even though he had the best ping in the whole lobby, but neither here nor there. Hopefully, new lobby buff going to be on the side of the Senators as we get game number 5 underway. You know, well, if we were running on time before, somebody had to go and mess it up. At least it's this series. At least it's a pretty good matchup here.
And it had to go to 5. And hopefully it's a good one, because it's been a crazy series in terms of which team has the advantage. And now Carl with a quick shot saved by Caesar. Senators to keep it in. Windy off the backboard to follow it up. Carl just quick shot around 2, and they're not expecting that quick turn. And Carl's able to outspeed and get it past 2 defenders, and it's going to be on target.
Sick touch by Windy there. Angled his car really nicely to not double tap the ball and force it up. But all the defenders for the Senators rushing to the back net while Windy was going for that touch, which just allowed Carl so much free time to be able to cycle back around after grabbing the boost to get on that one. But that bump is huge. Seppi is going to get cut off by Carl. Massive opportunity there for the Senators. Caesar now bangs this one off the wall, leaving it to Dinger. Dinger looks for one, gets it past him. Is Seppi there? No, Caesar gets on that ball. Seppi's now up. The shot is on. What a team play from the Senators. Oh my gosh, bringing it right back. A very quick response from them.
Good speed. All 3 players supporting each other. And it's that third man, Seppi, to clean it up for the Senators as they respond here in a much needed goal here. Game 5s can go really any way. It could be a stalemate, could be a blowout, and right now they're keeping it close. Caesar to take another shot, and it's to get them up by 1 here. Back-to-back goals for the Senators. Windy with a huge mistouch there, gonna leave Caesar there with a free pass.
Yeah, just an awkward challenge by Windy there. Maybe a slight 50 that popped that one out perfectly, but a fantastic read by Caesar, redirecting it off the bottom of his car just enough. Didn't have a ton of speed on it, but both the defenders were looking awkward as you see Carl almost even up there, give them another one, put him up by 2 here. Luckily doesn't do that. I think that Fargo is done with own goals for the rest of this series, or at least hopefully, especially with how close this one has been. Seppi now
Whoa.
touches this one. Okay.
Could be
A couple of dangerous plays out in front of their own nets. Massive 50 by Caesar there is going to clear that one up. Link looking to get another one, but he's going to be 0. Big bang to Dinger. An opportunity here to get some pressure going, but not enough boost. We see Carl 50'd in his own corner. Ball cleared back out mid. Caesar's got a touch on this one, but there's nobody there to take the shot. It's Windy, just no boost. Actually, the only player with no boost right now, so potentially some offensive opportunities coming out for Fargo, but cleared away by Seppi.
They still have somewhat of an open net to work with, but couldn't get it central, and now Link to clear this one down. Maybe a shot chance off the post. Carl to follow it. Not going to be on target. That was a big missed opportunity for Fargo here, as about halfway through game number 5, it's 2-1 in favor of the Senators. Caesar over 1, but Carl there to support. Flicks it over 1. Dinger goes missing, played the shot on target, but now Caesar put this one forward, looking for Seppi. Denied by Windy. Seppi backwards, might have just passed it to their team, but Dinger's there to read it first, and now Link. Big clear downfield, a lot of back and forth. The nerves probably at an all-time high right now, as it is a game 5. And it's a much needed, in terms of points, much needed win for the Senators here, as only 2 minutes remain in this series, unless we go to overtime, as Carl, we're looking at Carl to step up here big. He had the hat trick in the prior game where they had a big win, and now Caesar with an opportunity denied by Carl, and what a series. I'm shocked that out of all the matches here tonight so far, this one has become super close, and with 90 seconds left, Fargo, what do you got?
Yeah, Carl has been looking super solid so far this game. I think the big thing that I've been missing this game is the Carl Windy team plays. We saw that come out last game. They looked so solid. They're beating the opponents on the backboard, getting a single beat themselves, and then setting the other player up. Have not seen very much of that this game. I really think that the two of them need to find a way to connect here to tie this one up. So we see the Senators get some more offensive pressure. Dinger not going to leave this one to Caesar. Going to keep it in the Steelhawks end, and this is not where the Steelhawks want this ball. They need to get this out. They need to get it cleared. But just, oh my gosh, the midfield pass there for the Senators going to open up an opportunity. Seppi 50 away, but that was 2 defenders that went up on that one. Windy now looking to clear this one. Flips at it, but goes missing. A potential another opportunity for Dinger. Rips this one just past the net. Realistically, he's just wasting time at this point. You're up by 1. And there's no need to get super aggressive as we see Windy beat him. Oh, man.
Wow. That is a huge goal, and Seppi's third man. Windy goes fast at it.
Oh, what a pass lane.
And
great pass.
It's just the speed from the Fargo Steelhawks to keep them in this game. 31 seconds left, tie game at 2 apiece. Seppi now off the kickoff, strong shot. Saved by Link now in the corner. Dinger now. Big challenge win, double commit from Fargo. Is anybody there? Caesar no boost, trying to catch up to it. Gets it over 1, but Link now has no boost, just gonna give it up. And now with 10 seconds remaining, do the Senators have the last offensive push? They might not here. Caesar now tries to look for maybe a teammate. It'll drop. We go to overtime in game 5.
Man, what a series this is shaped up to be. As we see the kickoffs, the infamous kickoffs so far this series, not immediately resulting in a goal, but Fargo going to get possession first in the offensive end. Link looking for the bump, or Windy, excuse me, almost gets the bump there. That would have been a free goal for Fargo. Very close team play. Carl 50 by Caesar. It's going to get cleared down into the Steelhead's half. Man, just a lot of back and forth off the rip here. We approach 30 seconds past. Settle in, guys. I think we're going to be here for a little bit. Both teams looking very solid right now as the Senators almost create an opportunity, but the offensive shooter not quite there. Carl now in his own corner is going to work this one out. No boost. Gets it past one. Looks to get it past two. He misses. He gets the touch. The follow-up touch. No boost needed for Carl. Shuts down the Senators. What a close series, Wolf.
And Carl puts the team on his back for the overtime win. 47 seconds in. The Fargo Steelhawks get it done here in 5 and expand their points to a total of 55. Trying to secure that top 4 after this major 2. Yeah, like you said, what a series. All over the place, came down to the wire, came down to overtime. Just an absolute peak celebration on the cams from Fargo. And I mean, I'm glad all 6 players had the cams on. It was a great time. But any last words for that series, quick?
No, honestly, banger series. That was so fun watching all the guys pop off. Yeah, I 100% agree. Love to see everybody up in the cams. But we need to get this break going for this next series. Hibbing versus Bemidji up next. We got 2 more banger series sent out tonight. So stick around for just a second.
This is what I feel safe.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Short break there while I got the players lined up for this next banger match and a slight switch up in the cast. I am joined now by Clash. How you doing, man?
Doing well. Glad to be here. Got a nice little match coming up. We got Lumberjacks versus Rangers. A little switch up from what was originally scheduled, but that's okay because these teams are really well matched. Both of them are 7-7 right now. The only difference in their standings is how they placed in the major. So should be a good one.
A win here causes the Hibbing Rangers to jump the Bemidji Lumberjacks. It's actually huge for them. If they win, they tie them in points, but it looks like their game differential would be better and would break that tiebreaker. So potentially huge for Bemidji. These final week of league play games, always so exciting, guys. We got 2 more. This is one more after this. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, Ghosty leaving, Ghosty coming back. Players are trolling us a bit. Give me your predictions. What are you thinking? Hibbing or Bemidji? Who do you got here?
Both of these teams had to make a pretty last-minute roster change. A couple retirements, I believe. So, or just a couple changes on the rosters. But I think I'm gonna go with Rangers. They're a little lower in the standings right now. The only difference again being major results, but I believe in this Ghosty squad. Ghosty has been looking pretty good, and I like the pickup of Arhammer. He's a solid player that I know a little bit about just because he's in another server that I'm in. But yeah, I'm going with Rangers, but I think it's gonna be very close. I'm going with Rangers in 5.
You know, yeah, I'm also going to go with the Rangers. I would rather see how game 1 goes to see, if I'm confident about that. But no, just blind. I think that they have the most skill inside of this lobby. I mean, Ghosty is such a strong player. The defensive prowess of CT Nivlak is also something to factor in here. I mean, CTN winning last season in Prospect. So, yeah, I mean, he's a Prospect, Rising Star, 2-time Rising Star champion in CTN here. But, Brick Wall has been playing really solid. I don't know much about Arhammer, so I'm curious to see how he's going to perform here. But with just a minute gone here in game number 1, no goals scored so far. Both teams kind of trying to find their footing, it seems.
Yeah, just some back and forth going on right now, but Lumberjacks trying to find a foothold in the offensive zone here, but no one really wanting to commit super hard, and that's okay for both teams right now. Just kind of a feel-out time. Ghosty trying to counterattack, but goes missing there as CT Nivlak tries to get a double tap. It doesn't need it because just barely a weird hit on the goal line allows that one to go in, and Lumberjacks get the first goal.
CT Nivlak's got the legendary baller. That's awesome. Somebody needed to get a piece of that one. I don't think there's any shot that was gonna bounce in. It seemed like it was going post and out. And Arhammer, unfortunately, jumping on that one, not with enough height to actually clear the ball up, but not a huge loss to take. It's just game number 1, the first goal. Ghosty there, the 6 ceiling pinch, tried to put it on net, but now the Rangers are gonna find the ball back in their own half. Popped out 2 fiddlesticks. He puts it on, but Arhammer is there to clear that one away. CTN keeping this ball up. Love to see it. Looking for another one, but Ghosty is going to have the opportunity to control in his own corner.
Lumberjacks really trying to press here, and they're doing a good job at it. Rangers are stuck in their half, and CT finds it from the midfield and gets a shot on target. No one back to defend that one.
Fantastic pass by Cripplify there, bouncing it down off the ground. Was Cripplify on that same squad last season for the victory in Rising Star? Can't remember who the 3 guys were that made the run. Anyway, big goal there. So they're going to go up by 2. Lumberjacks exactly where they want to be. CT now tries to put it out center. He does, but Brick is going to be there to clear it away. Fiddlesticks following this one, but not able to get another touch. It's going to leave it to Ghosty. Ghosty, no boost, still dangerous, but CT is going to control that ball perfectly. Now Arhammer tries to dish it down. Ball just kind of bouncing around in midfield right now. Neither team really playing bang ball. We saw that last series. Just kind of a lot of get the ball cleared out. Both teams here definitely seem to be going for softer touches and trying to control the ball a little bit more. Look for that follow-up touch.
Fiddlesticks plays it to the midfield, is able to beat any defenders there, and yeah, like you said, lots of controlling touches, which is really kind of a rarity to see in Rising Star, but it's really good to see Cripplefy able to get a third one for the Lumberjacks, and Lumberjacks are on a roll right now.
Man, yeah, his teammate was almost there in front of him. Was that CT that was crossing net? Yeah, he flips and then slams on the brakes. Super close to putting that one off to the side. Now up by 3, 2 minutes to go here. This is the Lumberjacks to run away with. As Ghosty gets a quick response off the kickoff. They needed that one to get back in.
Yeah, just a bit of a missed kickoff by Cripplefy there, and Ghosty recognized it, so he just put it on target, took the free goal where he got it, and a 2-goal lead now is not safe for the Lumberjacks. This Rangers team, like we mentioned, we were predicting them to win. They're no slouch of a team, so giving them any goals here could be to their detriment, but here we go as Rangers are trying to put on the pressure now.
Oh,
shot on target. There is no one back, and Arhammer gets a clean one.
He's back!
He's back. It's amazing.
Type 1 if you can hear us.
As he joins back in, I'm gonna go with the casting is working, but I'm not sure. So I'm just gonna start talking again and hoping that it works. We somehow have tied up this game in that much time, and as time was winding down, Rangers now have the momentum, 3-3 in this game, and Lumberjacks don't like that as they're trying to press back into the Rangers half. But met well in the midfield. Ghosty trying to get this one forward, is able to. Does he have a teammate to pass to?
No.
The teammates let him go. Has a shot on target, but not fast enough. This one drops down, and we have overtime.
Yeah, Ghosty just trying to do it himself there at the end, but unfortunately not quite able to make it happen. Cripplefy in the opposing corner, looks to get out center, but a brick wall being his namesake and shutting him down. This ball out high,
Ooh.
brick wall with the chance, tries to put it on net. It's there. Crip is going to clean that one up, though. With another opportunity, there's nobody back. Oh, air was demoed, and that allowed him to be back in that left corner. He gets a huge pop. Is somebody there to get the challenge? No, Fiddlesticks has a free touch into his own corner. Definitely some patience on the Rangers side, not trying to overcommit and lose this game just due to offensive overpressuring and not having somebody back as third man, it seems.
Yeah, both teams being very smart with rotation. Both teams seem like they're trying to press hard on offense as CT Nivlak was pressing hard, but everyone was trying to be so safe. The Lumberjacks able to get that final blow. The Rangers come back all for none as Lumberjacks take this one in 4-3. 4-3.
Yeah, first game there. CTN showing off dominance buff, I guess. I can't believe people use it. What in the heck? What are the cars on their team? What is that? Is that the Volkswagen
I don't even know.
that Fiddlesticks is in? I kind of like it. No, Lumberjacks looking really solid, but so were the Rangers. I believe that was a comeback, right?
Yeah.
So-
Rangers almost came back. Rangers almost came back,
Tried
yeah.
to mount it and come back, but unfortunately, just the defense from the Lumberjacks held out just long enough. Pretty similar stat lines here. CTN, though, the player to watch for the Lumberjacks. I mean, he came out absolutely swinging. The pass between him and Crip was nasty. Freed the ball up completely. Now the Rangers, it doesn't really feel like defensive mistakes necessarily. It just feels like they're not capitalizing on the team plays and maybe trying to solo the ball a little bit more and create space that way.
Yeah, it's tough to say what's been going wrong with the Rangers. They did have the very first goal was a little bit of a defensive mistake, maybe, but it was. I feel like it's more just the general rotations, making sure someone's in the right spot at all times. Once they're on the defensive half, they just kind of feel a little stuck sometimes. But both teams' offense looking dangerous. Clearly, a lot of goals coming out on that last one, 7 total. So Rangers have found some offense, but they just need to lock in on the defense rotations a little bit, because once they're in that awkward spot, it's just hard to do anything about it. As now they're trying to press on the offense. Ghosty getting a lot of touches, trying to do it himself, but doesn't have a teammate to follow up on it. Doesn't really need one, as Brickwall tries to take it back from the midfield. Not able to get that one on target. Our Hammer meets him meets Cripify in the midfield. Cripify trying to take it to the wall here. Has lots of space. Ghosty doesn't have boost. He can't challenge. And both teams kind of just trading blows here. No super dangerous threats, but both teams trying to do a whole bunch. Woo! As Cripify gets one from the midfield. A little bit of awkwardness coming out from the Rangers.
Last series we saw Fargo have a lot of success on the backboard by, just having one man take it up in the corner or maybe take it at midfield and then just slap it against the backboard and looking for that second player to clean it up. We see the Rangers trying to do that exact same thing, but the backboard defense from the Lumberjacks is just way too strong. I mean, they seem to always have somebody there, except for that was an opportunity for Ghosty, but no, the backboard defense really shutting down this play of the Rangers just trying to bang it off the backboard, get it out to somebody who's sitting out mid, but they keep going for it. I really think they need to turn those into bump opportunities or look for other ways to get plays in the ball, which Ghosty, I mean, he almost had a sick dribble reset. Didn't quite get the reset there, but he's got the mechanics to do, as we see Crip going up on that one. That's his second for the game. Banger shot and just a fantastic read off Fiddlestick's challenge.
It looked like Brickwall just couldn't really go for that one. It looked like he might have backflipped on the challenge, but I think he was just so awkward that he tried to backflip to get into position, but no one able to go from the Rangers. Spelled disaster for them, as Lumberjacks now take a two-goal lead, and they're the ones faking the kickoff, trying to put this one on a counterattack, but it goes very poorly for them as Rangers pretty much score off of that kickoff.
Yeah, that was a little awkward. Kind of a dangerous bang. I think CTN was the one who put it up there, and Crip was along the wall, and he was trying to get it up to him, but Crip was pointing the wrong way, and there was a Ranger on top of him. So unfortunately, that just all that added together, and an opportunity for a free goal for the Rangers, and they needed it. They've now have plenty of time. There's a little bit of a cushion. No need for the nerves to get to them. I think if they can hold that, that could be the key to winning this game. But now we see some pressures again from the Lumberjacks. Fiddlesticks tries to put it on. Cleared away by Brick, over to Air. Air looking for another one. He gets it. Ghosty is there. Oh, he messes him up. They both went for the double commit on the offensive side. That is disappointing, but still pressure coming out. Almost a shot, and Lumberjacks finally get a little bit of relief. Oh, and they turn into a goal. What a pop by Fiddlesticks. Man, these guys are feeling it.
Yeah, great dribble there by Fiddlesticks. Just saw his teammate Cripify on that side there, and Cripify was just in such a good position. Nothing the defense can do at that point. Only one person back. He just can't do anything at that point. Rangers need to have a little bit more control on the offense. Leaving that one person back is going to spell disaster if Lumberjacks are looking this good. CT Nivlak trying to get this one mid, but no one willing to commit. This one might just be on target. It is Brickwall getting another one for the Rangers, bringing this gap back down to just one goal.
Yeah, second goal that's just been kind of, well, I guess it's on target. Fiddlesticks made a dive for it, but not able to get a piece. Crossbar down, gotta respect it. And yeah, just as quick of a response after the last one. They get that one back to bring it back within one. They just need to stop letting the Lumberjacks score before they finally figure out how to put it together. So we see CTN go missing. Big opportunity. Ghosty now looking for the double. Tries to get it center. He does. Brick is there. The shot is on. That's exactly what they needed to do. Fantastic team play. Great pressure from Ghosty following this one up for the double.
So much pressure coming out from the Rangers, and Ghosty being able to follow that one is crazy. He dunked the defender that was on the backboard, but man, this one tied up. Rangers do not want to quit. The Lumberjacks have been getting such good pressure on them, but Rangers just have not stopped trying to counterattack them. They've had to come back in both games, and they have in both games now, but they're going to have to get the next one because otherwise they're not going to win it. They have to find the 4th goal. They didn't in the previous game, but lots of time left. They're going to have to find 5 now because Lumberjacks have 4 as the Fiddlesticks finds an opening from the midfield.
Let's go, Fiddlesticks. Great read, crossing from the opposite side of the field. Looked like Brick just trying to bang it out to one of his teammates, which would have been a fantastic play if Fiddlesticks wasn't reading it and already there in position. Huge read by him, but 2 minutes to go. Still plenty of time for the Rangers. But again, they just cannot find a lead in this game. Struggling really hard right now, and this would be a massive win for the Lumberjacks, forcing the Rangers to need to reverse sweep in order to take this series. And like we said, I mean, this would be a very big win for Hibbing. I mean, they not to say they need it, but they're playing like they are now. Man, great read by Air off of Ghosty's touches. Ghosty playing like a monster out there right now.
A little bit of a rough miss from CT. Nivlek leaving that one open as Rangers getting another one. And once again, we're tied, but still a lot of time left. 1 minute 48 is plenty of time in Rocket League as Ghosty's trying to get another one here. Taking lots of control, gets a flip reset, tries to get it mid, but no one ready for that high flying ball. Our Hammer just taking a little bit of control here, takes it to the wall himself, still has control of it. 0 boost though, that flick is all he's going to be able to do. CT Nivlek plays it middle, Cripplefy able to get it past 1, but right to Ghosty. He's trying to get a play on this ball, able to get touched there, but Fiddlesticks meets him. Met in the midfield, Cripplefy as Ghosty tries to get it forward, doesn't quite. Brick wall is very low boost and awkward, but not really a shot on target able from the Rangers.
Nobody really fully committing to anything there. I mean,
no, not really.
Around.
Yeah, it's just a bit weird.
Really weird, but yeah, it's tied up. First game, or I guess second game jitters. Neither team wants to lose this one. Tying this series up would be absolutely huge for the Rangers to get a foot back into this game, but Lumberjacks trying to do everything they can to shut it down as we see a fantastic 50 by Ghosty. Leaves out to Fiddlesticks. This is another chance. Brick is going to bang it down. Ghosty not quite, or no, sorry, Air not quite feeling like he wants to challenge that one. Smart play, controlling it up the wall. Looks to get it out. He gets the 50. Ghosty is there. Goes for the double. Looks to get out center. Leaves it. Air goes for the shot. But Crip is there to clear that one off. Big chance there. Great team play by the Rangers. CTN, though, clearing this one back, trying to get some pressure going. But Ghosty is there to pick that one up. Great control by him on his own backboard. Strong power off the clear. 10 seconds left. I think we're going to see an overtime.
I think we are too, but we only have 7 seconds left to see if we do. Here we go, CT Nivlek trying to get this one out of his zone, trying to get another one for his team, but both teams willing to let this one drop, and we do have overtime. Rangers coming back in both games, and let's see if they can keep this pressure up.
Ooh, that kickoff, a little awkward. Fiddlesticks with an even more awkward touch, but Crip is there to clean that one up. Crip now bangs it out towards the midfield. CTN is there, but Brick just gets a better touch on it. Brick now going to look to just put this one on net. Goes as fast as he can. Fiddlesticks is up. The touch is there. Oh, but the bump comes out just a second too late. If Brick had gotten that clear on Crip, that was completely free for them. However, Rangers keeping up the pressure. Brick puts this one on net. Air gets the demo. Fiddlesticks goes missing. There it is. Unrelenting pressure, unrelenting offensive opportunities created by the Rangers. Oh man, what a game from them.
Absolutely beautiful demo from our Hammer there. Couldn't have timed that better. The player that needed to go at the moment he needed to go got demoed, and Fiddlesticks just couldn't recover the play. There was much he could do. He had to rely on his teammate to hit that ball, and great pressure from the Rangers. They are finally able to get the lead. The first time they have the lead in any game so far is in overtime of game 2, and we're going to get a new server as it's requested. So, oh man, that was such a great series. That's not great series. Great game. Excuse me.
Crazy game. It felt like a series. I mean, it was so back and forth. I mean, and the goals make it drag out for so much longer, just because of the time that they had. But every second of that was high octane and great. And sometimes with Rising Star, you see matches that have a lot of mistakes. This is not one of them. These guys are both playing solid. Ghosty, man. I say what you want about how you feel about him. The commitment that I've seen him put into the game, into the league, has been crazy. The guy definitely is getting his face out there and showing off that next season there might be talks of him being a challenger player. It wouldn't surprise me to see him move up there.
Yeah, absolutely. And in the chat, I just read that it's Airhammer, not our hammer. So
Airhammer, okay.
Airhammer, okay. Going with that. Hopefully that's not a lie, Ghosty. I see you. But I got you. I'll say Airhammer from now on.
Watching stream while he plays is the biggest ego check I've ever seen.
That is pretty crazy. But yeah, both teams right in the middle of the pack, 9th and 6th, both 7 and 7. So both teams really need this one. Both teams really fighting for a spot, and both teams are showing that fight right now as Lumberjacks are playing hot, but Rangers coming back in both games, and we're tied up right now going to game 3.
I really just need to see one of these teams get a lead and then settle back on it. Lumberjacks did it in game 1, and I think that's what allowed them to secure it, because even until the last seconds in game number 1, the Rangers were putting pressure on and looking for any opportunity they could to score. So, yeah, I mean, whoever can strike first here, I honestly, maybe not even a 2-goal lead. If these guys can get back to getting a 2-goal lead, just sitting down and locking down from there would be absolutely massive. But I don't know if the Rangers squad has it in them to be able to sit still for that long.
I don't think they do. They got Ghosty on their team. They can't sit still. Come on. Airhammer trying to get from the forward. Is able to, but not quite able to get the follow-up himself. Rangers trying to get some pressure from the midfield there. Cripplify goes for a little bit of a fake. Lets it go for Fiddlesticks as he gets a challenge here. But this one met well by Ghosty. Can he get this on the target? Can't quite. Cripplify gets back in time as the Lumberjacks hold on defense.
That was a great opportunity there for the Rangers. Good defensive read by Brick. Hard to be back. Ghosty looking to get a touch on that one. Goes missing, but no danger there. Airhammer now with a little bit of space. Cut off by CTM. Went for that bang just a little early. Now we see Ghosty trying to chase this one down. Just grabbing boost. Goes missing on that one, but Brick is there to back him up. Here's a potential 50 to get it out center. Ghosty gets the touch. It's up high. Airhammer's up on that one, but great bang by Cripplify. Fantastic read by him, getting a ton of power off his own backboard. Now goes for the dribble, late flip, not able to get it past Brick Wall though. Brick Wall on defense, the front post defense that I've seen from him this series has been incredibly strong. I can see why him and Ghosty would mesh well together. Definitely, it seems to be a shining point on this team so far, but haven't seen it turn it into a goal yet in game number 3 here.
Yeah, finally a game where we have some a bit of a stalemate as we have no goals. There have been so many goals in the past couple of games. Ghosty going for a double third reset. Instead uses it as a pass. He's probably going to try to get this one back upfield. Doesn't quite make contact though. Leaves it for his teammate. The teammate isn't going very quickly. Brickwall finally gets contact on that. Ghosty with the clear here. Lumberjacks are trying to put a little bit of pressure. He is able to, but CT not able to follow it. And they go ahead and just retreat and let Rangers try to counterattack.
Oh, free ball floating. Ghosty almost does something with it. A little bit of time killed here. Neither team's really trying to overcommit offensively or defensively, but there we do see a double commit. Fortunately, it does turn into a clear there from Fiddlesticks. Brick trying to make a play happening in the opposing corner. Ghosty now, big 50. He's got a player out center. Oh no, he doesn't. They went all the way back. Good comms. He's going to control that one. Smart play there. Definitely thought somebody would have been out center for him to just bang it across. The fact that he didn't just bang it across makes me assume that somebody made the call to him that they were not going to be back. But big play by the Rangers. Now back in their own half though. Fiddlesticks tries to get this one out center. Brick Wall chasing this one. Tries to get anything on it, and he does. It does work past Cripplify. That soft touch barely beating him. Now 50 against CTM, but Fiddlesticks is back there. Fiddlesticks, so cool to see how far he's come. Was a prospect sub back a few seasons ago, and now Rising Star starter on a team that is performing very well this season. Fantastic to see as he goes to dribble it in. CTN, I don't know if he stole it from him or if that was all his. It might have been a team steal.
I'm not sure, but I don't think it was. I think Ghosty would have had that
No,
save.
probably
CT
needed
had
it there.
CT had to get there, and great team play from the Lumberjacks there. They were finally able to get some pressure going. Again, this one's been kind of a stalemate, but after that first goal, I have a feeling that this one might heat up as Rangers need to put on the pressure, and they will as Brickwall tries to get those on target. Doesn't quite, and then followed up well by Ghosty. Instantly tied up, and we have a game again. This one's so tight.
And that all from Ghosty just trying to bang it on net, Brickwall reading it and getting a piece of it, and Ghosty just staying in the play there, reading that bounce out backwards. I mean, just huge. That was an awkward challenge for Brick. You know, you're crossing the opposite side way that you want the ball to be pushed towards, and so you're just kind of trying to do whatever you can. But Ghosty respecting, following, and being in the perfect spot to clean that one up, and that's massive to tie this up. We are approaching 1 minute left, and if the Rangers lose this game, I mean, I'm seriously doubting their ability to be able to reverse sweep this Lumberjack squad. Because, again, the Lumberjacks are looking so good. The CTN Fiddlesticks combo looking absolutely massive. And Crip himself has been a beast on the field so far this series. But under a minute to go here, Clash. I'm getting a little nervous for the Rangers.
I mean, maybe a little bit, but they've shown offensive brilliance. They have a game win. They got a goal this game. They have the most recent goal this game too. So they've shown they can do it. They just have to keep this pressure going. I think for Rangers, high scoring games are much better. They want to have all the offense. They want to be able to keep pressing. But they need to be able to find those shots. There's no one there to put that one away. Ghosty, though, has a shot on target as he tries to get that one past Fiddlesticks. Not able to, though, because Fiddlesticks' defense is crazy right now. Ghosty trying to get this one forward. Not able to. Airhammer doesn't want to go. It goes now, though, as a demo comes through. Not against the other team, but it still might have messed him up. Brickwall trying to get this one forward. Is able to. No one waiting middle of the field. And this one drops. And we have overtime.
Man, just a ton of pressure coming out. Ghosty deciding not to play up on that ball after the brick wall's touch. And the brick wall did get a little more power than I would have expected, so it bounced out just kind of perfectly centered. But play for the overtime the Rangers have decided, and here we are. Is that one just barely off the top left corner? Brick wall is going to be there. Massive save, though. It's going to leave this ball, and this will give the Lumberjacks a chance to get some relief as Ghosty actually shutting him down right in the midfield. Crip in it awkward on his own back half, but a massive pitch from CTN. Fiddlesticks trying to just get it away. Now try to get some space. They have the boost. They can make something happen, but not with that touch. That touch was so awkward. It beat both of the two defenders for the Lumberjacks. You see Airhammer with the free shot.
No one able to meet him in the midfield as it hits mid, and Airhammer's the only one there. No one from the Lumberjacks able to meet it, and neither player able to get there on the goal line as Rangers find that gap and get this game win. They now have the lead in the series. It's crazy for me to say that after how good Lumberjacks looked early on, but Rangers have the series 2-1 while they're taking that game in 2-1.
Lumberjacks looking solid too, though. I mean, just some awkward opportunities and maybe some missed nets that they possibly could have converted on. But, Rangers, the first couple of games, their goals really came from lucky bangs and clears. And that's just not working anymore. But they're still outclassing the Lumberjacks so far. So CTN getting the goal with no shots, that's pretty big for his stats there. But no, besides that, that's it's got to hurt if you're the Lumberjacks, but I have a feeling they're going to shake it off pretty quick heading into game number 3. Or 4, excuse me, I can count.
All good. Yeah, but Rangers had a lot more offense in that series, but I wouldn't point to that too hard because Lumberjacks also had the lead for a lot of... Sorry, I keep saying series, but that game. I wouldn't point to that too hard because the Lumberjacks had the lead for so long, they didn't need to play offense, and I think they were willing to hold back and just try to defend, but unfortunately for them, fairly late into that game, it didn't go their way, and Rangers were able to get one, but I mean, all they have to do is get that goal and hold it, but they haven't been able to hold it yet as Rangers are trying to get this one back into their side.
Like I said, I mean, I think it has to be 2 goals. I don't think 1 goal is enough to want to decide to take your foot off the gas, especially if the offense is what your team is excelling at right now. So I'm definitely curious to see how it's going to shape up. Game number 4, we've seen an opportunity to go up. Actually, 2 go up from both teams on that one. Ghosty tries to control it, but he does get beat. This is dangerous, Cripify, but the massive 50 from Brick. That was very dangerous there. Could have left somebody all alone. A Nodman rush, Airhammer at the great... Wait. Well, okay. Did he disconnect? He flicked it past one, and then I saw him disappear from existence. What?
Yeah, I think he did disconnect, but he got the goal as he disconnected. So
that was awesome. Okay, so 3:59:10.
He made it back in. He made it back in. We're good.
Oh, did he? Is he back? Okay, cool.
Yep. So we're going to continue as if nothing happened right at the end there. Our Airhammer able to make the play, as I think there was a bit of like a boost steal that really caused that. I'm not sure who did it, but Rangers able to get a lot of pressure going on and off the ball as they're trying to get another one in here. Ghosty not able to get the angle that he wanted. Instead, he just pounded it into the back wall as CT Nivlek is trying to get this one forward for Cripplefy. Not able to meet him though. Brick Wall tries to get a touch here. Does get a touch. Ghosty can't get this on target, but Airhammer trying to follow it. Doesn't get it on target either. Rangers really trying to get this one forward as they want another one. They want that 2-goal lead that you're talking about.
That was a nasty little redirect by Brick to try to get it off the ceiling and down to Ghosty. It almost worked out for him. So you see Airhammer applying pressure. Brick didn't even leave center field. Dude's just chilling out in front of your net, waiting for the ball to land on his nose. And that's exactly what happened. CT had no boost to follow it, and just everybody caught rushing back on that one. Great read by Brick, though. Way to stay on that play. He hit Ghosty all the way back. Yeah, I mean, Airhammer and Brick are playing exceptionally well. It's super cool to see. This is my first time seeing Airhammer. I'm guessing it's not his first series. Pretty sure he's been around for a little bit, but no, looking fantastic here as they try to shut this series down in 4. But yeah, there's that 2-0. Like I said, Clash, here it is. Hopefully I didn't cast or curse them, and now it's all of a sudden going to be terrible, but I'm guessing that that's going to be the key to winning this game right here.
Yeah, they just have to lock in on defense. They've been much more of an offensive team. If they can keep that offense going, they're doing fine as well, but they don't need it, and I wouldn't risk it if I were them, but I mean, we'll see how they play. They seem like an offensive team, but this one's coming back towards their net as Ghosty is able to get a clear here. Ghosty, big extra touch there, getting past the defenders. He's just trying to 1v3 them right now. Cripplefly taking it across through his own zone. Is able to get it past the midfield defenders, 2 of them. Ghosty, left alone on defense, is able to pop it, but not to a teammate. This one could be dangerous. CT able to get it on target. Brick Wall deals with it well, trying to get it out. He is able to, and Cripplefy meets him in the midfield and kind of stalled out a little bit here as Rangers trying to press back.
Man, huge opportunity there, but unfortunately it just cleared away. Ghosty now looking to keep this one away from his net. He's not able to. Brickwall goes up fast on that one, and he does get it cleared away. Now Airhammer pushing fast, but losing that ball. You know, one big thing I think I've noticed so far from the Rangers is how they're able to call each other off of it. I've seen a handful of times where just letting somebody know. There we saw Brick go up on a huge one, or Air, excuse me, knowing that Brick was there. The team pass, it's out. Airhammer looking to get the last touch. He's not able to. Fiddlesticks now with potentially a free opportunity. Gets a soft touch up, goes for the beat on Ghost. He gets it, but Airhammer is there. Oh man, fantastic opportunity there for the Lumberjacks. Not quite able to convert it. Airhammer went for the reset. CTN goes missing. Good patience by Ghosty. Sentences I never thought I'd say in my life. You see that ball cleared all the way down the field. Brick Wall with an awkward touch. Gripify puts it on, but Ghosty is there. Massive read on his own backboard. Way to clear that one off, and this is looking scary for the Lumberjacks as we approach the final minute of play. Oh, and there's the shot! Only 1 to go now with a minute left.
That looked like a bit of a miss on the back line here from Ghosty. If he made contact with that, they were safe, but no one else back, and this one's just put away by Cripplefy. Good rotation from him. Rangers, they lost it just a little bit there. Just one big miss on the defense. Locking in on defense is okay with a 2-goal lead, but you have to be able to make those touches, and one big miss can spell disaster as they're trying to get this one back. They want that 2-goal lead back right now. Again, they don't need it. They need to lock in on defense, but if they have the 2-goal lead again, it'd be great for them as they really will seem to want it. They're trying to push hard. Airhammer trying to get this one middle, not quite able to, getting bumped in his corner. CT takes lots of control for this one, but it's a lot of time wasted as well. Brick Brick Wall is trying to push this one forward, not able to. Air Hammer, get this one back middle. No commit from Ghosty. Smart play by him as he does not need the gold. Plays it forward here. Plays it back through the midfield. And Ghosty back on the ball again with 0 boost, just keeping the Lumberjacks locked in their half. And the Lumberjacks are the ones that need to score. 10 seconds left. Fiddlesticks trying to get this one forward. Cripplefy does play it forward. Fiddlesticks over the defender. Ghosty does get a good hit on it. This one at 1 second, 0 seconds. This one has to stay up for the Lumberjacks. It will. This one could be on target. Can CT get there? He can't get there. And that is the game. That is how it falls. Rangers take this one in 4.
Man, sick series there. Rangers, hey, we both got it right. Maybe he wasn't feeling super great after the first game, but you know what? That was big from them. I'm going to blame that because CTN swapped off the Dominus. I shouted out his Dominus playing game number 1. He switches to the Aston Martin. Of course you're going to play worse. No, that was quite the series. A ton of fun there. It's pretty much how we thought that one was going to shape out. Crip played super good on the side of the Lumberjacks, but Ghosty, man, just a player to watch, I think, going into this next major on the Rangers. Maybe they're not as far up on the leaderboard as his talent says they should be, so I got a feeling those guys are going to pop off.
I totally do too. Just their offensive pressure was so good in all those games. The way they were stealing the boost, the way that they were rotating on the offense, making the Lumberjacks uncomfortable. It was very impressive to me, and they could look really dangerous going into this next major. But obviously, this major is going to be very important for both teams. Again, both right around the middle of the pack, and it's 8th and up that make it. So, as we go into the next one, we're going to be looking at the Derecho and Knights playing in this next one, and it's going to be a really good series. First seed versus second seed. I can't wait. I'm pretty sure it won't be you in here anymore, so thank you for casting, unless you choose to, but I guess we'll see. But I think we'll go ahead and throw it to a break and see you in a few minutes.
Get it while it's hot.
Welcome back to some MCS action. I'm Clash. I'm joined by Ghosty now, the winner of that last series, who's on the Rangers. Real quick, Ghosty, what did you think of that last series?
You know, it was a fun series all around. We got the W going in 3-1. After that first game we lost, it's just, you know what? Keep the hype up. There's only one game. You got to win 3. It doesn't take one. Tell us to the team. the vibes up is all it really takes, Clashta.
Heck yeah, I love vibes. Positive vibes can really make or break a series. So, talking about series, we're going to get into another one here as we have the Knights versus the Derecho, and this is a banger of a series. The first seed versus the second seed. Knights first, Derecho second. Both of these teams have been doing very well. Knights are 13-1. Derecho are 11-3 right now. Both teams have been playing well all season, and I'm curious, who do you think is going to take this series, Ghosty?
No, I've played against both teams in Rising Star. Just recently played against the Derecho, so I have a pretty good understanding of both these teams. Sadly, we did play them with newly formed rosters, both of them. But I think Takeover, Seer, and also Fraud gonna be able to take this out in a 3-0 sweep over the Derecho.
Wow, yeah, predicting the sweep is crazy, but man, it's hard to predict against the Knights. They've been so good, but I'm going to anyway. I'm gonna take the Derecho in 5. I think T-Jack is he's such a solid player and supported so well by Zomzoms and Jaws. I'm gonna take them in 5. I think they're a very good roster. I think that they're so solid. Feels bad because I play a lot of board games actually with Seer and Takeover. It's kind of fun, but yeah, it's gonna be a really good one to watch, and I can't wait to see how this one goes.
Yeah, coming out these first 30 seconds, not a lot of threatening offense here, but the Derecho do have possession as Jaws tries to send a mid. No one there trying to get boost. But an unfortunate miss from Zomdoms. Let's take over, try to get a double tap, puts it too high, does not find a shot. With Seer off the backboard, trying to get a clear. T-Jack just barely missed. Zomdoms trying to keep it in. That's all three of the Derecho on their half. Seer kind of an open net here, awkward angle. Sentiment for Fraud with the placement. Beats out T-Jack, almost gets there, but that's the first goal in the first minute for these Green Bay Knights.
Not sure why Seer was so far forward, but he was so far forward and able to beat any defender to that ball going off of that backboard, and great pass from him and leads to a goal, and Knights take that first one as Jaws trying to get another one here, trying to get one for his team rather, and tied up very quickly right off the kickoff. Derecho getting one.
Yeah, kind of weird from Fraud. Just sees ball, hits ball, kind of panics, might have thought that was in, and then T-Jack just following up off the kickoff is there just to get a little tap in over Seer. No, just 1-1 or 0-0 basically a minute into this game, but the Green Bay Knights, not a lot of pressure, which is what I was expecting. SB Derecho almost trying to get this pressure started here, but Takeover having none of that, sending it out, going for the double tap. Jaws tries to clear, and Zomzoms with a miss. Takeover with a bump on T-Jack. Fraud sees he's going for the squishy save and sends it right underneath them. An amazing placed shot there for the Green Bay Knights.
Yeah, big miss coming out from Zomzoms. T-Jack just not able to recover fast enough, and Fraud puts it below that last defender. Another goal for the Knights. Both teams, I think, are wanting to clean this up a little bit. Plenty of time to do so. We're only a minute and 15 seconds in. That is nothing in all practicality. Plenty of time left in the series, but the Derecho need to clean up their game a little bit as Knights have taken advantage. Zomzoms trying to get this one forward, not able to get another touch on it, but able to beat one defender. Fraud gets this one forward, no boost to follow though, as T-Jack just taking all the time in the world as he's trying to get it off his backboard. Met well though by Takeover. Seer tries to get this one forward, doesn't get the 50 that he's looking for. Fraud not able to make contact with it either. Takeover left on defense, is able to get the clear. Fraud tries to take control here, but Zomzoms wants nothing to do with that. Kind of a double 50 coming out from Derecho, a bit of a double commit, but it works for them. The Zomzoms trying to push this one forward, is able to. Met with T-Jack, tries to get a shot on target, but Seer able to deal with it well on his backboard.
Yeah, so one of these guys take over on Green Bay Knights, play with him a lot, Clash. He's that kind of solid player, but out of nowhere, we've seen it a little bit, will whip out that mechanical skill. SBC gets the flick right over Jaws and is able to stay on it, building this pressure. Goes again on T-Jack. Fraud up for the shot, maybe gets a double tap. Zomzoms not able to clear it out. Still in their half of the Derecho. Take over a good 50 for him. And then Zomzoms, 0 boost, desperation clear. And Seer trying to have it back in. Take over. underneath this ball here. Fraud gets a beat on 2,
Ooh.
almost misses, kind of an open net, but Zomzoms gets bumped off, and I'll take over off the wall. Gets the reset off 1. Jaws almost misses. Seer left alone back here with 0 boost. Gets that 100. Zoms tries to play it behind him, almost does. T-Jack trying to get the shot, not powerful enough. Now we see here the Green Bay Knights trying to get this counter attack going off the left wall with Fraud here. 2 in net, not a lot of orange players here, Green Bay, but almost gets the shot for Seer, puts it back mid, Takeover almost gets there, but it's sent away. Fraud tries to get a 50 on Jaws, goes back mid, and now both teams trying to like go get boost. Not a lot of pressure here, but as we say that, Zomzoms gets the shot off and sends all the way to the corner. Takeover taking possession here on the backboard. It's over 1, tries to 50 T-Jack, but not enough. He has not enough boost, and it's sent away by Seer. Sasha, as we get further into this game 1, you know, Green Bay with a 1-goal lead almost. What do you think? Your prediction still going strong there?
I mean, I still have faith in the derecho. I think they're a very solid team, and I think they can hold it. They made just a couple of mistakes early, and that's the difference right now. I think they've already cleaned up their game. If they keep playing the game that they are right now, I'm not too worried about the derecho, but they have to be able to continue that clean gameplay. And for this game alone, they have to find one, as they only have 45 seconds to do so. T-Jack trying to put pressure on. Great clear by Takeover there. I know we've been talking about Takeover. He has risen above really what most Rising Star players are. In ranked, he has made it to 1700. Almost very few Rising Star players can say that they've made it there. Yeah, that's why I said very few. But he has kind of risen above his team in there, as he's kind of become the carry, even though he was a second-round pick on Rising Star. But right now, we have 10 seconds left as T-Jack tries to put this one away. Doesn't make contact, and oh no, Josh doesn't make contact either. Zomzoms trying to get this one forward, isn't able to. But he plays it middle, no one there for his team. Josh just barely able to reach it. Can he keep it up? He cannot. And Knights take this one, but just by 1 goal.
Hey Flash, so basically how it is for these Rising Star teams, as we're going to get a new server here, take back a little bit of a break here. So I was saying, Rising Star, both teams have to have at least 2 above average players, I'd say, and then 1 okay, decent player to have a good team. As I say that, the Seer and Takeover duo taking over the league as we say this, and T-Jack not being able to carry his team as efficiently as he usually can, Clash, just as we fall in that game 1, going towards the Green Bay Knights and that 1-goal fan.
I would argue, like, there's a couple ways to build teams, and these teams are built very differently. Like you said, the kind of had the two big names take over and Seer on the Knights, but there's also well-rounded teams, and that's what derecho, in my opinion, are. Obviously, T-Jack is the star player on that team, but Jaws and Zoms are very good players, and they've proven themselves very well. And I think it's just 2 different ways to build teams, and I think that neither is necessarily wrong. I think obviously Knights have proved that what they're doing works, but I think derecho have too. The first and second seed, like we said, both teams finding a lot of success, but so far in this series, Knights have shown that prowess, but I feel like it's more on derecho's mistakes rather than Knights' quality that got them that first game win.
As for that, T-Jack, the #1 overall pick in Rising Star, obviously, just not having that salary cap to deal with that, having to have 2 lower salary players does not help that team building awareness, or team building just ability, I guess. But as I say that, Takeover taking over the league, obviously, as we have another server, I guess. Going back to another break, Takeover and Seer being able to dominate any team they play, as I recently have played them. Just that unrelenting pressure that they have is just unstoppable most of the time.
Yeah, it's
Trying to get in this next game here.
Yeah, both of these teams have been on a win streak. derecho have won their last 3 games. Knights won their last 5. So both teams, like, coming into this series hot. Unfortunately, they had a couple weeks off. So some of that prowess that they've been showing in the last few weeks, it might have cooled off a little bit. And derecho, I don't know how much these teams have been scrimming or anything like that, but haven't looked as good. They haven't looked as polished. So I think if they clean up the mistakes, they're still doing just fine. It's just a couple simple misses that have happened for their team, and we'll see if we can get this thing going. Lots of people just leaving and joining, and I think we're finally getting into this one. As it looks like their ping is good enough that they're satisfied. So here we go as we get into game 2.
Yeah, kind of these even teams with that 2 or 3 even week break, because whoever's playing the game more will be able to beat out any other team practically. Just trying to sharpen your skills as T-Jack sends it to that open net, almost gets that goal. But as I said, if you're scrimming or even if you're just playing by yourself, pause. It's just trying to get those skills refined and get that team chemistry up, which will lead to you winning those games flashed up.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, time with your team, time building that chemistry is super important. As Derecho and Knights clearly have built that prowess with each other. Plenty of time with each other, plenty of time to learn each other's play styles and get better at playing as a team. And Zamzam's trying to play it towards his team here as he tries to get it middle for Jaws. Fraud trying to get it cleared out, and yeah, we'll see who can be the better team here, as Knights have proven in game 1 that they were able to beat them here. But again, like I said, I think it was more on mistakes than it was solid play from the Knights. So we'll see if they can clean that up. If they can, I think this is such a solid matchup. Only one goal difference in that last one, and it was just a simple mistake. So Takeover trying to take this one to the sidewall, is able to try to get it forward. Are any of his teammates there? They are, but Zamzam is much faster than that. T-Jack playing it forward. Cleared out well by Farad now. Plays it to himself. Is able to get there on target. Jaws gets a great clear for his team.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure coming out here from the Derecho. Kind of having that little break there, trying to get the confidence back up. As Seer, kind of awkward, has an open net but doesn't realize it. And it's sent away. And Derecho kind of low boost here, trying to get some pressure on. T-Jack whiffs the shot. Now Takeover 2-on-1 situation. Now 1-on-1. Gets demoed by Zamzam's great cut there. Now Fraud sends it mid for Seer. Seer puts it over. Jack having a hard time hitting that one. But it's sent away. Now Takeover gets a beat on him. Tries to play Zamzam's miss. Now kind of sends it mid for the Derecho. But Seer, a great touch there. And T-Jack slots it in the open net. A great demo coming up from the Derecho there. A lot of pressure, not a lot of boost for the Green Bay Knights. Beats to the open net.
I didn't like that challenge from Takeover. It was a good idea maybe, but he had to get a better touch. I think it would have been just much easier for a teammate on the back line to go for it. I think he's wanting to do what he knows he can do, his mechanics, but if he is going for that, he has to be able to hit it every single time, and right now it's not happening. So Derecho able to capitalize on that. A little bit of an errant touch from Takeover, as Takeover's trying to get it back, tries to get a hit midfield, but isn't quite able to make contact on it. Fraud able to get that one middle, but yeah, again, I think Takeover's trying to do a little bit too much. I think he can rely on his team a little bit more than he is. That's a good shot though, as he is able to get that on target, doing all that he needs to. As I say that he's doing a little bit too much. He does it all here. Seer, great touch from him though, and beats the last defender. His Takeover. This one is tied up.
Yeah, great pass coming out from Seer there. Jaws probably not seeing Takeover as he came zooming in for that wide open beat. To get in here, 1-1, 2 minutes left. T-Jack up in the air, 1-on-1 with Seer. Seer chose to go early and play high. Zamzam almost there to clean it up. Now Seer and Fraud left in a 2v3 here and sent back. So Green Bay Knights have some time to get some composure. Takeover trying to challenge T-Jack here as Fraud on his butt, trying to chase him, and it's sent away. Now low boost here for the Green Bay Knights. Takeover tries to get a catch, does not go the way he wants to. Now it's a full field setup. Almost beats two, but T-Jack sends it back. The double commit coming from Derecho here. Almost a shot. Now Takeover bangs it towards an open net, but it's off target, I believe. And it almost gets the open net again. It's off target again. And Jaws sends it away. Might be in. Great touch by Fraud. Gosh, a lot of far shots. I say it again. And that one might be in for Takeover. Oh my gosh. they can put the ball on target, both these teams would be up 17 goals.
Lots of opportunities going by the wayside, but again, they're long shots, so they're not easy to get on target. But if either team has been hitting them, like you said, they'd have a big lead here. They're trying to clean it up a little bit. Sear plays this one forward. T-Jack, good clear by him. Jaws is able to get a big hit. Sear, big hit again. Lots of very important touches coming out from both teams. Zom's trying to get it back to his teammate here as he gets bumped for his effort. He's not able to find his teammate. Zom's not trying to get this one forward, not able to keep control of it. Takeover tries to get this one forward, is able to get control of that one. Fraud on 0 boost, now going for a 50. T-Jack also on 0 boost. Let's Sear go for it here. It's Jaws, tries to push it out. Takeover trying to meet him in the midfield, not able to get the best touch. Met well by Jaws. Jaws able to get a couple touches there, but Takeover trying to high fly, not quite able to make contact on it. But Fraud, this one could be a shot. It is, but cleared out by Jaws. What a save by Jaws.
Yeah, just a lot of shots coming from both teams here. One of these shots has to win as you build that pressure. But which side will it be? Takeover tries to get a catch in his own goal line. Almost goes south for him. Now Jaws up for that shot. Tries to go for a little freestyle. As we go into overtime here. Game 2. Both sides. Lots of pressure. As it goes a very bad kickoff for the Knights. And Zomzoms gets a fake on Takeover. Fraud last back. Tries to get that angel dribble over. Goes well for him. But he can take over. Sees ball, hits ball. Not need to take it from his teammate. Gives it right to T-Jack. Net 11 seconds into overtime.
Yeah, it looked like Fraud had control of that. He didn't have much boost, but there was no one in that corner. There wasn't dangerous, but Takeover felt like he needed to go. Maybe he was going for a pinch, I'm not sure, but unfortunately, it's just finds its way straight in, and Derecho take game number 2, and they were able to clean up their gameplay, able to get those goals. T-Jack finding the mistakes that Knights were making, and was able to punish them. 2 goals for him that's in that game. And this time we're not asking for a server reset, so hopefully we can get in this one pretty quick. But lots of shots coming out from Derecho. 8 shots to 4 in favor of Derecho, and quite a few demos coming out from Derecho too. 4 to 2 in favor of Derecho. So lots of aggression coming out from Derecho, both physically and just offensively. So looking for more of that from Derecho. If they can keep that up, I think they could take the series for sure.
Yeah, like I said, all these shots have to be controlled, as we see a lot of cutting our teammates, a lot of ball chasing, slowing the game down, playing at your own speed helps tremendously as we get into this game 3 here. 1-1 the series score. As Fraud tries to even that out, does not. Now Sear tries to put it back in for the shot. Fraud gets a bump on T-Jack. Now only 2 left in the net. Takeover tries to get there, does not get the 50 he wanted to. Zomzoms collects on his goal line. It's beat over 2. Zom tries to get the bump, it's not. It's a great pass mid. Now it's a 2-on-1 for Green Bay Knights. Can Takeover get the bump on T-Jack? Almost. Great save by T-Jack. And sent away into the corner. Collected by the Derecho. Now T-Jack gets a beat on 2. 1-on-1 situation here. Takeover on the backboard. A great clear away to a low boost Zomzoms, who tries to put it back in, but does not. And a weird double commit taking Takeover and Sear. Takeover gets beat 1 into the right corner now. Kind of an awkward ball off the wall situation there. Now Sear tries to get a 50, not. Sent away by Jaws. Now Takeover trying to get a sidewall. Tries to go for a little freestyle in this important match for the seeding. And gosh, I'm seeing a lot of non-threatening offense here. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, both teams trying to find openings as they're trying to find one right here. Sear gets one on target. Great pass by Takeover there. Finds the sidewall. Finds the only spot that's really not defended well. Plays it kind of behind both players. And Sear able to just positionally get that one in on target. And Knights find that opening. And Derecho leave. That's the tiny gap. And Knights found it.
Yeah, I don't even think that was a shot pass coming from Takeover. I think he just barely missed the net, which threw off T-Jack and the entire Derecho defense. But 1-0, more than half the game left to play. A lead means nothing in threes if you have any bit of time. Out is in Rocket League. Now, a great takeaway by Takeover, and Jaws gets to beat Fraud 1-1 with T-Jack. Gets beat in an empty net for Jaws. Can he hit it? Sear almost gets there, but Jaws puts it top bins right into the net. Now 1-1 with 3 minutes and seconds.
Yeah, just a big 50 coming out from T-Jack, able to beat that last defender. And Jaws just had such a dangerous shot. Whoever, I didn't see who was last there, but they didn't really have a chance on that last shot. As long as it was hit well, it was going to be a goal no matter what. Jaws able to get that one away as T-Jack trying to get another one forward here, but not able to make contact. Sear, big hit from him. Fraud up. Can he make a double tap here? Not able to. Zomzoms did bump him out of the play, even if he was able to hit it. Zomzoms pressing this one forward, might hit the double tap here, is able to touch it, but not down into on target. Fraud able to get one touch here, able to put this one middle. Takeover not willing to go for that one. That's probably a smart play from him. Takeover up, getting one touch there. Just simple little touches coming out from the Knights, just because Derecho aren't really threatening too much. But Zomzoms leaves that for his teammate. Good communication there. Could have come out a little bit sooner because he did waste some boost, as Takeover is able to punish that boost waste, and Knights now have the lead in this one, 2-1.
There's a big speed diff there. Jaws, not knowing if Takeover is going to go for the ball there. Takeover says, oh, empty net for me. Puts it right in that net. Now they're up 1. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. Over half the game left here to go, as Derecho has to get 2 goals to get the lead here. T-Jack sends it away. Kind of a 3-on-1 situation here for Derecho. Can they capitalize? No, it's sent away by Sear. Takeover trying to take control here. Gets the beat on 1. Tries to beat T-Jack in there. He does. Does not come off stealing for him. And Jaws misses. Fraud there. Sends it middle for Sear. Sear does not. It's kind of faked off by his teammate there, as it's sent back into the corner. Now Jaws tries to get it clear. It's passed from T-Jack. Is able to beat one. Takeover sends it to the corner for Sear, but Jaws cuts it off right away. Now kind of a scramble for this fast-moving ball here into the corner. Zomzoms is the one that takes it up. Goes up in the air. 1-on-1 in this situation here. Is not able to get past Fraud there.
Just a lot of back and forth, some non-threatening offense. Like you said earlier, the offense hasn't been that threatening, but there's been just a couple times that it's broken through. That demo could be the breakthrough for the Knights, but not quite able to get it fast enough middle. His takeover, he really tried to there, but Sear able to hit this one middle, pressed forward. Takeover trying to redirect, is able to. Not going to be able to follow it though. Zomzom's big clear. T-Jack trying to get back to this one, is able to, as Fraud is left alone with that defense. He missed the ball, and T-Jack finds that gap and puts this one away. Great pinch from him.
A great shot from Derecho coming out there. T-Jack gets a great pinch after the beat on Fraud. Takeover out of position there. Nothing you can really do about that either way though, Clashda, as we're tied. 1 minute left here. Similar situation to the last game, but whoever takes this has a lot more momentum, as here almost has an open net. Sends it wide as he realizes there is a defender in the net. A Fraud beat on one of the Derecho. Zomzoms has no boost. Gets the miss, but T-Jack there to collect. Tries to ball chase over it. Sends it right to Takeover. Now, kind of an awkward net in Jaws. If he misses, does not. Fraud tries to get the beat on Jaws. A little bit of a double commit now, as Takeover is the last man and cannot go for that. Kind of a stalemate here at the midfield as of now. And Takeover gets demoed by T-Jack, and Sear also gets bumped by him, as he kind of gets a wayward touch. Zomzoms up in the air, kind of does not get the touch he wanted to. Yeah, gets a double into the corner. 3 people in net for the Knights here. Not a lot of shots that can go through that. Zomzoms gets the demo on Takeover, but Jaws cuts off his teammate. Price in the mid. Zomzoms there for the shot. Sent away by Fraud. Time winding down. 8 seconds left now. Takeover. It's beat by Jaws. Sends it mid. No one there for the Derecho. Takeover has a shot now. Sends it straight to the ground. Not able to get the shot he wanted to. Sear sends it to the ground. We're going to overtime.
I noticed I was accidentally on Fraud's POV for a while there. I accidentally swapped that over, but because of that, I want to comment about what I've seen from Fraud. I've been, he seems to really like to stay on whatever ball he's going for and just hard committing on whatever he has. But yeah, sometimes I just feel like for the Knights, they need him to rotate out. So, wow, that was almost a great shot from Takeover, but not able to get this one on target. A lot of their offense could be kept going, and good counterattacks could happen if he rotates a little faster. But the defense is solid with him, and Fraud finally able to get one away. Knights take that. What a really quick, I want to finish my thought as if he rotates a little bit earlier, they might be able to have a little bit harder offense, but clearly they don't need it because they just took that game and Fraud able to get that shot away 3-2 in game 3.
Yeah, a great little pass from Seer to take over. Takeover sends it straight down for Fraud. Fraud finds the top of the net. And 3-2 in overtime again. Very close series. I thought it was going to be a sweep. Turns out it's not going to be. T-Jack and Zomzoms trying to do their best to claw their way back into the series. Gonna have to win 2 in a row here, but against this Green Bay Knights squad, going to be very hard for them. Trying to get this game 4 here.
Yeah, neither team. This is not an easy victory for either team. Both teams have to play at the top of their game because clearly the other team is such a good match. And number 1 versus number 2, I can't say it enough. This is the biggest match that we've had so far in league play, and it's coming at the very last week that we have for league play. So it's very exciting, and Knights looking like they're in the lead. They are in the lead for this one, looking like they've been playing just a little better. Zomzoms tries to get this one away, not able to, but he committed his last man. Seer trying to get this one forward. Only one player back. Big 50 from him, but big clear from T-Jack as Takeover has to take a lot of control on his back line. Doesn't have it. He has to go again. He didn't realize that his teammate couldn't get there in time, but finally was able to. Jaws trying to get this one middle, is able to. Cleared out by Seer, just barely saved away. This one's starting off real hot with Derecho on the offense.
Yeah, a great save coming up from Seer there. Little panic touches from the Green Bay Knights as it's finally cleared out. Now Seer gets beat by T-Jack. Takeover left as last man here. Tries to go. Beats 2. Jaws up in the air. Sends it right back to the corner. Takeover passes a great pass to Fraud. Another double commit from the Derecho. A lot of pressure. Another save from T-Jack there. Oh, it's almost a shot from Takeover there. Goes wayward. Not hit the ball. Fraud sends it back mid for no one there. Takeover, another aerial miss. He's feeling himself, but ball ain't feeling him right now. As it's a great shot by Jaws. As it's sent mid by Zomzoms. Goes for the bump. Makes last man awkward, and it's a great little double touch off the wall there.
Zomzom's able to beat 2 on the sidewall, and Takeover left his last man can't get the touch that he wants. He had to avoid the demo too that it could have easily come out from Zomzoms, but he didn't really commit for it. But he had to be aware of it. Zomzoms, great clear from him. As he tries to get clear here, T-Jack not able to get the touches he wanted, but able to get enough out that Jaws can take control though. Seer, great touch from him. Fraud trying to take it over, is able to get a 50. Seer on the back line, able to get a good touch, but they're very low on boost now. Takeover's the only one that's going to have any boost. Jaws plays above. Zomzoms put this one away. Derecho caught Knights with low boost.
And Green Bay trying to just not really be able to challenge the ball, just staring at it for the most part. As Takeover leaves his net, leaves the back line, and so does Fraud. A little awkward double commit there, leads to the empty net for the Derecho. At this game, going in the way of Derecho for the time being, as Draws sends it to the open net. Takeover there to collect. Now Takeover gets it set up on the right wall. Has to go low. Gets a beat on Zomzoms. T-Jack up in the air. Knows he's going to hit it high. There to collect. Now, a lot of pressure here from the Derecho. T-Jack gets a shot. Almost gets the bump on Takeover. As Seer sends it right back mid. Fraud might miss. Does not. Now Seer trying to has to get a beat on T-Jack here. As Fraud and Seer. Like you said, Fraud does not want to leave that ball alone. But Takeover tries to send it back towards that net. T-Jack kind of gets a miss. Takeover sends it back mid. Cleared away by the Derecho, and Draws. Great setup here for him. Sends it mid. T-Jack with the shot. Seer sends it away. Takeover last man here. Not a lot of boost on the backboard. Sends away. Great clear from the Green Bay Knights. Whole lot of defensive pressure there for them.
I mean, we're only halfway through this game, and Derecho have 10 shots. 10 shots from the Derecho, and we're only halfway through the game. That just shows how much offense they have right now. T-Jack trying to get another one on target. He is able to. Cleared away by Takeover. Takeover has 0 boost, though. He is able to be defender because he is able to fake that he was going high there. Great touches by Zoms, though. Able to get boost as well. He's going to be able to get some pressure. Here's Zoms on target. Cleared away by Fraud. Fraud, another 50 here. Knights are low boost again. Can Derecho punish? They're going to try to. T-Jack not able to make contact. Zomzoms able to hit it, but not quite on target. T-Jack turning back towards this ball, trying to get it in the corner. Great control by Takeover there, and big 50 by him too. He doesn't have boost to follow it though, as Zomzom's able to get a big clear. Fraud, important touch from him too, and Seer just trying to delay it, but unfortunately kind of tees it up for Jaws, but Jaws doesn't get quite the touch he wanted. It kind of gives it away a little bit. Big 50 from Takeover, and this one could just be on target. It's gonna be. Fraud cleans it up, and Knights get this one back from a little bit of an overcommit from Derecho.
Yeah, honestly, I believe that's the first time Fraud's been in the correct position for the Green Bay Knights, and him playing as second man, letting his teammates win there, gets an empty net. If he does that more, Green Bay Knights would surely enough have a lot more pressure, and not two of those goals were two double commits. All I'm seeing from the Green Bay Knights, my advice to them. Jack having none of that, having this pressure already building up with it after kickoff, Ross kind of gets bumped, sends it back mid, Takeover, trying to go for a setup here, does, able to beat one over Zoms. Fraud almost gets a bump on T-Jack. T-Jack sends it mid. Seer almost there for the shot. Takeover sends it to Fraud. Now Fraud has to collect, try to go fast, beat Zomzoms. He does. Takeover there for the mid. Has to play, draws his miss. Gets set up. Does not send it where he wanted to. And he misses again. Fakes out his teammate. Fraud leaves the back line as last. And it's an empty net basically for Zomzoms. Not a lot of good 50s from Takeover here.
So much pressure coming out from Derecho, forcing out some weird touches. Unless the Knights' touches are perfect on the back line, Derechos just are going to keep pressing that offense, and that's what's been happening. Just slightly imperfect touches from the Knights, leading to some crazy pressure coming out from Derecho. And there's another one. Great flip reset for the Pats. Holy T-Jack. He actually ended up getting the goal because Jaws didn't want to steal it. Good on him, because that was such a good play from T-Jack.
And just another, in these Rising Star matches, not a lot of players have that confidence to be able to sit back, rely on their defensive skills, as we saw in Fraud there. Says, on last man, I want to go for this. I don't think I can defend T-Jack in the air. Had to go for it, and T-Jack just gets the beat. Little reset over it. Now Seer trying to claw his team back into this, and Fraud going as last man again. Almost gets scored on because of it, but another double commit coming from the Derecho. Takeover sends him in for Seer, tries to get a bump on Zoms, but Seer sends it wide. Almost gets touched by Zomzoms too. Unless Fraud takes a shot, does not get it over. T-Jack sends it low. T-Jack and the collect, trying to get a couple 50s here. Takeover going for another bump on the net, but now, as time is winding down, it's gonna fall in the hands of the Derecho. You can't score 3 goals in 3 seconds, unfortunately, in Rocket League. The ball almost hits the ground there for 0, and this is gonna fall into Derecho's hands 4-1, going to game 5 here.
I mean, what do you do as the Knights if Derecho's putting this much pressure, playing this cleanly now? I mean, the Knights feel like I don't know what I would do if I were the Knights, because that's gonna be another one for the Derecho. Another shot. We ended up with 16 shots in favor of Derecho, and Knights just, I don't know exactly how many they have, because Takeover just left, so I don't see his shots, but no, not very many coming up from the Knights. At least 5, but just so much pressure coming out from Derecho, and clearly the scoreboard reflects that as well. 5-1 in favor of Derecho in that game.
Yeah, just a lot of shots for the Derecho, barely any for the Knights here. I don't know how much Takeover had, but almost a little bit more than 5 most likely. And balls in the hands 5-1, and there's your second goal there for the Derecho. You have to be feeling yourself if you're this Derecho. You know, you can't really do much in that game if you're the Knights. You just gotta clear the ball away, but they weren't able to have the boost. They weren't have the control. So yeah, going into this game 5 here clash, you still think Derecho's taking this after that game 4 dub?
I mean, I have to at this point. Like, if Derecho can maintain what they did that last game, that kind of offense, that kind of pressure, that kind of boost starving, all of it, they have to take it. But it's hard to maintain that kind of pressure in this league, and a big miss coming out from the Knights. They're going to be left low boost again, but Seer able to get a big pad, able to get a big 50. That boost was so important for him, and T-Jack now left on the back line, able to get a good clear here. But yes, I do believe the Derecho can take this one for sure, but it's gonna require very solid gameplay from them.
Yeah, but not a lot of boost still coming from the Knights. Seer kind of sends a wayward mid. Takeover somehow gets a touch on that, and T-Jack almost misses the open net. He does. Jaws gets bumped out. Open net for the
This one could
Green
be
Bay
open.
Knights. The Zomzoms might be able to get there. Fraud almost hits the open net as well. No one able to hit the ball there, unfortunately. Just sent back to Fraud, having to collect it in his own corner. Jaws kind of get a 50. Takeover gets a great bump, but Fraud sends it right to D-Jack. What the Sigma? How the heck
Wow.
does he get that touch? Has wide open space, sends it right to T-Jack's forehead right there.
Never do that again. But great shot by T-Jack. He was in a great position there. Unfortunately, yeah, very poor clear from the Knights player. I think that you said it was Fraud. It has to be a better touch there because T-Jack just in that perfect position was able to get the shot on, but it was a great shot at that. Derecho take the lead here, and if they can maintain the pressure that they've had, they should be able to take this one. T-Jack takes it out of the corner. Sear trying to get a touch here. Gets the touch, but not in the way that he wanted to. He was bumped into that one by T-Jack. Zomzom's going to try to keep the pressure going here, but he's 0 boost. Kind of cuts his teammate, though, but it works out so well for them. T-Jack in the perfect position for that touch, and 2-goal lead now from the Derecho.
A takeover trying to go to boost, going for boost over ball there. It went to Ohio. No clue where he's going, but sends it right to the opponent again, as we saw in the last goal from Fraud. But you know, kind of ring around the rosy. Everybody on the Green Bay Knights has to give the Derecho a goal, I guess. As another double commit from Takeover and Sear. Zomzoms, it's a great 50. Fraud sends it away, gets the beat on T-Jack, but it comes back mid to the Derecho. Sent away. No one on the Green Bay Knights has boost. Zomzoms able to get that up the wall. T-Jack and Jaws up for the net. T-Jack misses kind of an okay shot from him, but Jaws sends it to the wall from Fraud, forces him. Takeover gets the beat. Kind of an empty net, but no, T-Jack is back. He might get the miss, though. Has to double tap off the wall. Now they're kind of just feeling themselves kind of freestyle on this. Takeover, another pass right to the Derecho. Sear on the backboard. Shouldn't be too threatening for them, but Takeover sends it right back to the Derecho again. Just a lot of ping pong coming back here. Not a lot of offense on the Green Bay Knights I'm seeing here.
A lot of panic coming back on the back line, and it's just allowing the Derecho to maintain that pressure for so long, but Knights are finally trying to press now as Sear is up. Doesn't have boost to make contact. Takeover goes as well, but he wasn't going to be able to beat T-Jack there. Committed anyway as Jaws takes a lot of control here. This is the kind of play that I want to see from Derecho at this point with the 2-goal lead. Just slowing things down, maintaining that pressure. Knights have been panicking, so you can play for those 50s very well. You should have the advantage if you slow it down like crazy as the Derecho. Jaws trying to get control here on the back line. Is able to. Great 50 as it bounces middle for Zomzoms, not able to make contact, but T-Jack takes over now. Met in the corner as Jaws takes it again. Zomzoms able to hit this one forward, and Knights should take some control here. Takeover has a little bit of a weird touch. Fraud probably wanted to go, but again, just a little bit of miscommunication coming out from the Knights as some possession that they should have. It just goes by the wayside. Zomzoms has this one on target. 3-goal lead now from the Derecho. They just find every single gap that the Knights are giving them.
Yeah, just Takeover going for boost over ball there again. Just now want to go back to his net. Fraud and Sear left on low boost there, unfortunately. It's going to take a miracle to try and come back here. But I don't know. I don't think the Green Knights have it in them as it goes into the empty net after kickoff for Fraud. Great kickoff there. You know, Fraud kind of put the fear in Zomzoms there. He's just kind of scared to hit the ball. You know, but does not want to put it in his own net. Drives up the back wall instead. No, 2-goal lead, a minute and a half. I don't know if Green Bay can come back from this clash.
That could be the start of the miracle that you were talking about. They still have time. It's not a ton of time. Minute and a half is doable, but it is difficult to score a lot of goals in threes, but it is Rising Star. A lot of goals can come out. Fraud trying to get this one forward. Is able to, though. Sear trying to press it forward. Doesn't have a whole lot of boost. He can't really follow that. Jaws meets him in the midfield. Zomzom's going, but met by Fraud. Takeover's going. He doesn't make contact, and Zomzoms takes control. I wish he controlled it a little bit tighter. He didn't need to try to do a mechanical play there. Went for it anyway, though. T-Jack gets a big demo as he plays at middle now. Fraud tries to take some control here. Goes for a dribble himself. Might go for a bump. Is able to get it past the defender as Takeover tries to take it over, but doesn't get this one on target. Takeover took it over. Fraud gets this one forward to Takeover. Not able to make contact. T-Jack takes it over, and not much time left. We only have 30 seconds left, and Knights still have to get 2.
Yeah, just take over on that almost goal there. A little bit too close. Lights are a little bit too bright after winding down 20 seconds here. Gonna take an actual miracle from the Green Bay Knights. Just take over. I say that. Gets bumped off his setup. Fraud sends it off the backboard. Jaws has to miss this. He does. But no one there to collect for the Green Bay Knights. But Sear gets the shot on the net. Jaws with the miss. Fraud sends it right into Jaws. And it's going to be sent away. The Rachel are going to be able to take this series in 5. Unfortunate for my Green Bay Knights. GG's, everybody.
Great play by the derecho. After the game 1, I felt like they really cleaned up their game. They weren't missing the ball. They rotated so well. They found so many gaps in the Knights defense. They made the Knights not look that great. But clearly they've shown that they're a great team, the Knights. But derecho just played so well. They were able to maintain so much pressure. That game wasn't nearly as many shots, but it felt very one-sided in that last match, in that last game. So well done by the derecho. I'm glad that we got to cast that one because, man, that was so good. And T-Jack says, see you back in the major final because both of these teams expect to make it there.
Yeah, great series here, Game 5. All you can ask for is a caster and a viewer. Just you want to have the best series you possibly can, and that was an amazing one. Very much back and forth from the derecho and the Green Bay side, but all in all, Rachel taking in Game 5. A great series. That's a way to end off the night, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely, yeah. Quick recap of it. I didn't unfortunately see that first match between Victory and Burnsville, but got a big upset there. And Fargo barely holding on against St. Paul, who were so strong. We had your team taking down the Lumberjacks, looking solid while doing it. A little scary in game 1, but able to come back pretty cleanly for the last ones, and we got this one. And Rachel holding on strong, and I don't believe. Let me double check before I continue talking, but that one is gonna tie up the points for derecho and Knights. They're both going to be at 70 points now. Knights still hold that tiebreaker, but those points can be very important for anyone else that's trying to push forward. So derecho now have that little bit more cushion from the teams below them. So very important points from both teams. derecho get that one. So I think that's all we got for. That's all we got for today. Any last thoughts, Ghosty, before we pass them off?
Green Bay are frauds, apparently. And my number 1 overall, my glorious King Takeover, did not have enough in him to get this W over the derecho. But, great series all in all. Glad I get to win my match with my team, and just a great casting series here.
Oh, yeah. But thank you all for joining. We will have Challenger tomorrow. I'll be playing in that. I won't be on stream, unfortunately, but we got some Challenger games tomorrow, so don't miss it. 6 p.m. Central. See you right then.
If you wanna have it, then it's yours. Put your mind into an open door. Yeah, you might wanna get a fast track, but you can't just piggyback. You're braver than you know it. You're stronger than you show.